What's up, everybody? We're about to get started in a second. Having some technical difficulties early on here. Y'all bear with me for a minute. And we're about to get this thing going. We're going to be joined by Obsidian. And whoa, we got 32 people in here real soon. So I see people are ready to go. Y'all give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I was having problems going on with the microphone. This thing is fairly new, so I shouldn't be having those problems. I normally would play a song right now, but because I played a song to get an audience time to get in here, but the audience is already here, so there's no need for that. The technical difficulties took place and everybody just gradually filed in, and I appreciate that. We will be soon to be joined by Obsidian because, man, the events of yesterday, it was too much for me to cover by myself. It was all over the place. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. It was one of those times where we got to look at all of this shit different going forward. It was one of those moments where things will get back to normal, but it ain't gonna feel normal for a while. It'll be a while before we truly feel like, damn, like we looking at everything different now, man. It's a whole new ball game out here. But as usual, I gotta go through my normal perfunctory to steal one of Obsidian's words. That may have came from David Carroll. I'm not 100% sure, But who the hell says perfunctory? We got to go through my normal perfunctory as we wait for Obsidian. I always shout out, the early bird squad, everybody who made it in bright and early. And it's 80 people already in here 5 minutes in, even during technical difficulties. That is a great thing. That is a great thing. That means people should be hitting the like button. Obsidian just showed up. So we're about to get things started. I do, as usual, have to shout out the early bird squad, the people that make it in early and start dropping comments. And today, Luke Jarvis 07 made it in. First comment of the day to Mac the Trucker, who's normally in first. He's slipping on his pimping today because Luke Jarvis beat him. D. Anderson came in. Bounty Thug. Azrael 6394. Sister George came in with chicken bones and funny spaghetti, ready to cast some spells on some Negroes today. What's good? What's good? Okay, I'm just going to click on that one. You come in, I'm just going to click on that comment right there, let everybody read it. You're coming in hot. You're coming in hot. Floyd L. Holt, bang, bang, and Pablo Frescabar, who he came in hot. He brought the heat on the show yesterday. I like that. Pablo stands on his square. He fights for what he believes in, and I like that. We was disagreeing, but I love that he came in and brought the heat. I loved it. Demetrius Parham was good. Tony Vegas, Complex Design, the Mac the Trucker again, Sugar G. Let's see who else. That's we got Leo Anthony, Jersey Hammer. Always got to shout out to people that make it in bright and early. Y'all the heartbeat of this production. G.A. Boy, Big Game Orenthal James. Haven't seen you in here in a while. I love that YouTube name. Jersey Hammer. Like to thank, salute, and appreciate all your brothers. And we got 100 people in here. So without further ado, if it's some names I missed, I apologize. See Mr. Bowtie down at the bottom. And as Miss Downtown Judy Brown always reminds everybody, hit the like on the way in. We got 100 people in and we only 7 minutes in. That's enough for me to get bougie, like the bougie YouTubers, and say, we ain't starting the show until I see 90 likes. I ain't got it like that yet. Y'all might leave if I try to pull some shit like that on y'all. I ain't gonna do that yet. I ain't bougie yet. I ain't let this little pinch of YouTube success get to my head to where I'm gonna start giving y'all ultimatums and shit. I ain't there yet. But without further ado, we got the one and only, the man who, this particular show that we doing today, I could only do this with him. I wouldn't even touch on all this shit by myself because it's just too much. Mumia Obsidian Ali, how you doing this morning?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where to start with all of this. I don't even know where all of this started. When it comes to a lot of this shit, I'm one of the people that can say I literally try to keep out of it. But I mean, yeah. So I don't even know where to connect the dots. I don't know where all the chess pieces were positioned before the table got flipped over. I don't even know. So I got to start with you. What? I don't even know. Just come in wherever you coming in at. I don't even know what to do.
Well, I mean, what is there to say? I mean, everybody heard it. So I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, what else is, at this point? What I mean, you would need to go and resurrect Johnny Cochran to mount a defense of the other side for this. You would need something like that. I mean, just you need either that or just straight apostles to do something like this. Because what else is there to say?
Yeah,
what else is there to say at this point?
I don't know. I don't know what it is to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know where do we go. Your name was thrown out there as being doxed. I didn't see any. Yeah,
that was news to me. I was like, really?
Yeah. I was about to say, yeah. Did you
Nah, I mean, I'm still waiting for the well, you know, there was this lady back in 2017, right? Named Sophia A. Nelson. And you know, she used to always threaten me with, you know, I got my security team on you, and you know, FBI. And, no, she get the FBI, scratch that. No, she's going to go and get the NCIS. You know, like if anybody's seen the TV show, you know what I'm talking about. That's the Navy's police department, I guess you could say. They're going to do Law and Order Navy version, bung bung. You know, so I'm waiting for them. You know, I'm every time I go out my house, you know, I'm waiting for the guys in black, you know, the government guys to show up, you know, and jump out the Suburban and, you know, and grab me, put the hood on my head, and you know, do the rendition thing and all the rest of it. I'm still waiting for that. So. You know, I'm like, okay, where they at?
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for somebody to come and do something, you know. So I was kind of anticlimactic. So I mean, you know, I've been to the dance before. I mean, this, you know, come on. I mean, I've been there before, and you know, to me, it's just all old hat. The real story here is what we heard. I mean, I'm not even going to go over it because there's no need. Everybody heard what happened. Everybody saw the testimonies and whatnot. Everybody saw people coming up and testifying one after the other.
That altar call, your altar call music was was definitely needed for that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody was coming up testifying.
Yeah. I mean, you know, starting with the founder of the feast, you know, there's a number of people that said that this is some Game of Thrones red wedding type stuff. And I said, you know what? That's a very apropos symbolism. So I call it the purple drank wedding. And that's what we're going to talk about today on my show on the Zoomcast, high noon. And I'm going to really let loose then. I can't really, you know, go into it the way I want to here, because one of the big lessons for me personally coming out of this was that my insight and intuition and my gut feeling was accurate when I first started out 5 years ago. And that was, you cannot build any type of sustainable platform using something like YouTube or Facebook. There's too many inherent flies in the ointment. What you need to do, if you're an up and coming content creator, if, in my opinion, out of 5 years experience in this line of work, you need to be able to control all aspects of what it is that you're going to be doing. There are a number of brothers, since this is a show for black men, there are a number of brothers who feel that certain actors, I'm not even going to say any names, certain actors should not be allowed within the black manosphere. Now, my position on that is, okay, then what is the black manosphere? See, for a lot of brothers, the black manosphere is on YouTube. The black manosphere is on Facebook and so forth. See, to me, that's not the black manosphere. That's YouTube and Facebook you don't even lease space from them. You serve at their pleasure. And they can do whatever they want to do with you and your content anytime they get good and ready.
Yeah.
So you don't own it, you don't rent it, you don't lease it. So to me, for those that have this view, my position is, okay, you don't want women in the space. You don't want certain actors in the space. I'm not going to name any names. Fine. What are you doing to help bring that about? I mean, it comes down to do-re-mi. What kind of cash are you putting up to see to it that the black manosphere has its own spaces where we get to determine, we come up with our criteria and our vetting process, and we get to determine who is and who's out. Now, see, my Zoomcast at high noon today, see, I get to determine who's in and who's out. Because, see, I understand the psychology of niggas. And see, niggas want to do fuck shit for free. Now, if you don't believe, everybody knows what I'm saying is true. You go ahead and have a social function, social event at your crib. These people will come over late. It starts at 8. They don't get there till 10. They don't bring something. It's customary when you get invited to someone's home for a social event, dinner party, what have you, to bring a bottle of wine, to bring a bottle of soda, to bring a bag, to bring something. These folks don't do that. We all know what I'm saying is true. They want to come over, eat all your shit, drink all your liquor, act a fool, trash the place, and then leave. Pocarates. Now, we all know what I just said is true because we all see it in our own family. And see, I've come up with the solution to that. You want to come to the house that the old man built, you're going to pay me for the privilege. But you're going to stay your ass out. And what I've learned coming throughout all of this is that is the solution. Because as long as black folk feel, see, this is what a lot of black people like you, Bernie, and just hear me out on this. A lot of black folks like you understand content creators, black male content creators. They honestly think that YouTube is free. And in a very real sense to them, it is. And so they don't have anything invested in this. To them, it's just like the TV. You turn it on, you do your crazy shit, and then you go, go off to about your business.
Yeah.
That's how it rolls. So one of the big lessons that I've learned coming out of this was already something I already knew. It just was a confirmation of everything that I had already known anyway. If you want to, tighten up, you want to do quality control, hint, you want to tighten things up. Certain individuals on the show yesterday said, we got to tighten this up. Here's how you do it. Go and get your own shit. Go put your own stuff together. And then you can determine who gets in and who doesn't. So what this has done for me is it's just, reinforced everything I've already thought anyway. That it just tells me that I'm on the right track. I just got to stay the course. I already got one foot out the door anyway. And it couldn't have come at a better time. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah. So later today on Zoom, you'll be going a little more in depth, a little more like right now. I think I'm getting the phrase right. You tickling the edges of the plate right now, but you really
Shout out to Uncle David Carroll. Tickle the corners of the plate. I dare not mention any names. They who must not be named. I cannot mention names here. This is YouTube. My good friend Bernard Riley's, trying to get up and running. I don't want to endanger his situation. So I'm not going to say any names. Got to keep it politically correct. But at high noon on the Zoomcast, we're going to let her rip.
Yeah. So what do people got to do to get on that Zoomcast? I take it you're not doing a freebie today, are you?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. You want this here. You got these. There's two ways you can do it. One way is you can be a member of Obsidian Radio. And all you got to do then is just keep your membership dues current. And you get access to any Zoomcast and a lot of other things that I do, because you're a member. All you got to do is just keep your dues current. Or you can pay at the door, $5 to holler. Up to you.
Yeah. And as I always say, it makes sense just to become a Patreon. And then that way, you pay you drop your $10 a month and you get the Zoomcast, get to come in whenever Obsidian is on. You can come in because that paying at the door can get pricey. And I know Obsidian will take your money either way, but it's a better deal for the listener. Just go ahead and become a Patreon for Obsidian, and go ahead. I was actually trying to pull it up right now, but like I've said before, talking and typing is not my thing. But I was about to drop the link to your Patreon in the chat.
Thank you.
Or you could do that, or I'm gonna try to do it when you start back talking, because talking and typing is not my thing. I end up typing what I'm talking or talking what I'm typing and have two conversations. Hey, I don't. I don't know how to use both sides of my brain yet. I'm working on that.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be done, but it takes practice. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna, let her loose, at noon. Like I said, I don't want to go into it here on the air because, we got a situation with the YouTube Pilot Bureau, and that's compounded with the coronavirus situation. We got that, and we got the other drum. So, I'm not even gonna go into all of that on the air. I said, you know what? This is a job for the Zoom cast. We're gonna lock it down, and high noon, we're gonna let her rip.
Yeah, because I'm in the process of because like I said yesterday, I just hit 1,000 subs, and the numbers.
I forgot to congratulate you on that yesterday, man. Congratulations on hitting 1,000 subs. That's what's up. Now you're in the position to do some other things.
Yep, I got to get another channel up and running. We talked about that off the air, so we know I gotta make sure I get a few things going with that. In the process of I was talking to Kevin and MOT right at the end of my show yesterday about getting the monetizing set up and everything with that. I am going to do the super chat. I'm going to do all of those things. So we'll see how that works. It's in the final process of the review process. So, and my channel is clean. It's people that are not as clean as me that got super chat and everything set up. Thanks, Harry Allen. He dropped that right there. So yeah, you can become a Patreon for Obsidian. That way you can get open access to the Obsidian Zoomcast. But no, I got things brewing that I'm trying to put together. So yeah, I'm waiting to see how this goes with the review. Everybody that I talked to said that based off the content on my channel, I should 99% sure be good. But I was under the impression that they're going to run a fine-tooth comb, a blue light through your channel and pull up, 3 months ago when somebody said something they didn't like. I was like, oh shit. But no, they said I should be good based off the content. But
my personal, everybody knows.
I know where you stand on
my personal view is that the goal for Black male media is to be completely independent. And as a matter of fact, another big lesson I've learned coming out of all this is I'm going to be redoubling my efforts over at the Black Avenger, Free Speech Avenger.
Yep.
Pretty much, just doing more stuff over there and less over here on YouTube. There is a psychological component at work here, and when you attach a number to something. When people got skin in the game, they act differently.
Right.
They just do. I mean, this one of the big lessons coming out of this is a object lesson, a case study of what happens when you have generations raised on the welfare state. This is what happens. You have this mentality, and there's no. Matter of fact, there's a you can look it up. It's called The Tragedy of the Commons. And for a lot of Black folks in this zone, that's what's going on there. YouTube is like the commons.
Yep. So, far as the events of yesterday, we're gonna keep it relatively clean here. Not naming names and all, but it's somebody who you've had recent run-ins, who actually stopped on this show. Stopped on this show probably about a week ago, and that was the most shocking part for me with this individual who started out on your show, then went to the dark side, as I called it. Even though I understood, he switched lanes, he came up with his own business strategy and worked it and everything, and was doing well over there. Just recently had his convention or summit or whatever. That part was disheartening in the whole that was the part that I just couldn't believe, that he was one of the ones that was behind the scenes. And everybody know who I'm talking about, because a lot of people have been naming it and talking about it in the chat. I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible here today.
Yeah. Don't we he who must not be named.
Yeah. Yeah, give your thoughts. I know you're probably going to go. I know you're going to go all the way in once once you get on the Zoom cast. But let's just touch on it a little bit with that, like that part right there, the part that he played in the whole process of, you know, regarding emails sent about I'll say the name Game Changer, because you know Game Changers. He's oh man, it's the emails and everything that was sent about that, the part that he played in that, the way that like somebody else just said there. Yeah, it's oh my goodness, they coming good, coming quick with the names. Okay, I see what you're doing there. See what you did there. All right, yeah. So yeah, touch on that, man, because I didn't know what to make of that, and that part bothered me. It really did, because I mean,
well, before we go any further, you tell me why it bothered you so bad, and then I'll tell you what I think.
well, because I can respect philosophical disagreement, and he became, you know, he started having philosophical disagreements with a lot of the Black manosphere. Now, when it came to the talking points, when he was on the show and it was a back and forth between me, you, him, and ARC, I feel like far as the philosophical disagreement to to steal a term from somebody else who's under heat right now, I think I cooked him on the talking points, and that's okay. The philosophical disagreement is okay. But when you cross over to that point where it's not just you philosophically disagree with the Black manosphere, but you're actively doing stuff to try to bring it down. It's like hold on, like what is that? Where does that come from? When you're coming after people who was your friend, like they were friends. Like that part that I didn't get. That I didn't get, and that's
Well,
why.
All right, so let me do this. Let me do it this way, and then when you know, I'm again got to keep it politically correct. But all right, so the argument, the conventional wisdom by voices in the Black manosphere goes something like this. See, this is what happens when you let those people over there in our space. We shouldn't have never done that. We don't need Black women in our space, and so forth. And as I like to point out to them, as you rightly pointed out, the highlight of yesterday's proceedings wasn't the back and forth between Black women. You could chalk that up to just, you know, insider catfighting. Okay, whatever. The highlight for me, as you rightly pointed out, was certain other parties who must not be named, one of whom stepped forward and testified and confessed their guilt.
Yeah.
So it removes all doubt. Once certain parties who were mentioned, who must not be named here, then showed up over there and testified and confessed their guilt and their complicity, it removes all doubt and speculation at that point. There's nothing else to speculate. There's nothing else to guesstimate here. There's no rumor. There's no gossip. The individual in question, who must not be named, because we're taking the call to pay here, we don't want to endanger our good friend Bernard Riley's situation, confessed. This individual confessed. So what I would say to my brothers in the Black manosphere who feel that this is all the fault of other individuals who must not be named and Black women writ large, all I simply say to them is, what do you say to the individual who must not be named, their confession? What do you say to that? It seems to me, and there was another individual who must not be named. They're not Black women. These are Black men. Black men of some standing in the Black manosphere.
Right.
I mean, these aren't Johnny-come-latelys. They've been around for years. And I say to my brothers, what do you say to that? It seems to me that we have seen the enemy and us. Let me suggest the following, Bernard, for your consideration and review. I would like to suggest that things began to change when yours truly appropriated Mr. Ron Wills's select non-select schema, and then started to put my own spin on it, simply asking a question. All right, there are sisters that dig the select guys and don't dig the non-select guys. Okay, fair enough. That's fair. People like what they like. The heart wants what it wants. The guy in the tingle wants what the guy in the tingle wants. Okay, fine. Fair enough. So then the next question I have to ask is simply this. All right. So if the non-select guy, by definition, ain't getting chose, and black women have made a $100 billion business over the past 4 decades, asking questions like, where are all the good black men? My question simply is this. Who are the guys that are causing the problems in your life, ladies? If it ain't the non-select guys, and we all agree that ain't it, then who are? It seems to me that everybody was cool with the select, non-select thing until little old Mumia Obsidian Ali came along. Nobody had a problem with it. Nobody had a problem with it. It was cool until Mumia Obsidian Ali came along. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Now we got to recalibrate what the meaning of it is. We, see what had happened was, let me tell you what it really means. Why hating, all this stuff. See, nobody thought that the script would be flipped like that. Nobody thought that. Nobody thought that would happen. Because, see, while my brothers in the black manosphere want to put this at the feet of certain individuals and black women, I would like to remind them that all this stuff already started happening with black men within the black manosphere itself. See, I know what I'm doing. I just want to know if everybody else sees what I'm doing. If we're going to say that there's select and non-select guys, and what we're saying is that there's certain individuals who are innocent and others who are guilty. By definition, if you're non-select, you're innocent. How are you going to be a non-select baby daddy? How's that work? How are you going to be a non-select a CAD? How does that work? Explain it. How are you going to be a non-select dude that's putting your hands on women and all that? How does that work? Make it make sense. See, this is the reason why black women don't want to answer the question. And if you've paid attention, Bernard, certain black men don't want to answer that question either. If the non-select guys, by definition, ain't getting chose, and black women are still complaining about black men fucking them over, then the question has to be, who's causing your question? Who's causing your problems? Black women don't want to answer that question. And certain black men don't want to answer it either. Now, I know why that is. I just want to know if everybody else sees what I see. Can you see what I see?
David Monroe said they dragged quadruple Simp Man 70.
But we're not going to mention any names.
That's why I said quadruple Simp Man 70.
Yeah, we're not going to mention any names. None of that. I'm just simply, what I'm saying here is that the individual that you just mentioned who gave his testimony yesterday and confessed his guilt. The problem is what I'm doing is calling out guys like him. See, I can say with confidence that I ain't never, did no woman greasy. I can say that with confidence. I ain't no reformed fuckboy, because I was never a fuckboy to begin with, as black women have defined the term. See, that's the other thing with me. I don't go ahead and make up shit on my own. I just take stuff that's already existing in the ether and just reapply it. I mean, I could have came up with my own schema, but I decided to use what those guys were using. Select, non-select. All right, fair enough. Not only will I use it, I'll tell you what. I am the standard bearer of the non-select guy. So that means I'm innocent by definition. I'm innocent. You want to talk about cheating, ladies? I'm innocent. You want to talk about being a deadbeat dad? I'm innocent. Want to talk about putting your hands on you, beating you up? I'm innocent. Want to talk sponging off of you and not hitting the lick? I'm innocent. So if we know that's true, then who are the guys you're talking about? Who are they? Who?
Right. I need gotta push pause on the show. Gotta make a little announcement, so to speak. My man Harry Allen, who I always say my biggest supporter out there, just dropped a $25 Cash App. I appreciate that, Harry Allen. You know your support. Yeah, I can't say enough about you. Can't say enough about you. I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, moving forward, and oh yeah, Mike V, I got you queued up right there because I got a little bone to pick with you. We got to take a little pause and got to talk to Mike V, because Mike V made a little joke when I dropped down on the show. He made a joke because Kevin Samuels had said something to me, and then Mike V said, "Oh, Bernard is probably somewhere tending to his beard or combing his beard." That's like the third beard joke you'd made on me. Now you sitting there clean shaven. Now I'm thinking you probably can't grow a beard. And that's why you keep hating on my beard. When you do grow a beard, you got like a little post-puberty peach fuzz or Anthony Hamilton shit going on. You got to chill with the beard jokes, man. I work hard for this beard. I tend to it daily. Yes, I was combing my beard. Just because you can't grow one, you got to chill with them jokes. All right. Mike V be coming at me, be talking shit about my beard. I freshly squeeze all the juices and berries for this thing, man. You got to get off of it. Go on and grow out your little Anthony Hamilton beard. All right. Back to the show.
Yeah, because this is very important because the founder of the feast yesterday, we're not going to say any names here. We'll get into it at noon. But we got propriety and all that. She who must not be named also. She said, she mentioned my name prominently quite a few times. And she said, look, because, she number of people over there and they were upset because, well, you're caping for them. You're making excuses. Well, she said, listen, Obsidian ain't my cup of tea, okay? But you know how I handle that? I don't listen. That's the solution for me. I don't care for his content. So you know what I do? I don't listen to him. Problem solved. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, she did say that. That was huge.
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
And she's like, look, he's not the problem here. He is not the problem. He's the least of our problems. I don't like what he has to say. I don't listen to him. The end. I've been saying that for forever. I'm like, all right, if I'm not much of a problem to you, why are you listening? And right. so to get back to the individual who testified yesterday, who must not be named. See, the guilt and the guilty conscience is whipping them. See, what I'm doing is I'm questioning the entire established order in Black American society, which is based on short-term mating with suspect men.
Yeah.
That's what it's based around. And I am questioning all of that. And that brings me to my next point. It was revealed in the Philadelphia Tribune newspaper, for those like Naima and others in the chat room who are fellow Philadelphians, they'll know that name very well. Philadelphia Tribune is one of the United States' oldest Black newspapers. The Philadelphia Tribune reported this morning that nearly 50% of all coronavirus positive cases in the city of Philadelphia are Black. Almost half. Okay. We know from government estimates that somewhere between 100 and 200,000 deaths between now and June will occur as a result of the coronavirus. We know that the hardest hit areas in the country, Black. These are facts. Johns Hopkins Medical Center website, C-SPAN website. I've been talking about this for years. For those who have been following me, you know, everybody knows I'm a paranoid prepper. Everybody knows that. I've been doing this for years. I already know the deal. And we had another recent conversation, which we shall not name any names there either, but that ties into this situation that I'm talking about right now. So you have to ask yourself, this past week, and it's not even the end of the week. It's not even the end of your week yet. And we've had over 20 hours of broadcast programming on dysfunctionality at a dystopian level in Black American society. Not 1 hour devoted to prepping. Not 1 hour devoted to how you can protect yourself during this time, the coronavirus, its impact on Black American society. Not 1 hour. We've had almost a day straight of broadcast hours and not one devoted to it. Not one. What does that tell you? What does that say about our priorities? What does that say about the model that we've chosen? You know, we had some other brothers up here earlier this week, and we talked about it. And I said, okay, we have a certain type of model that we do business. Everybody has a model they do business on. Asian folks have the Tiger Mom model. Jewish folks have the Susan Patton marry him type model. What kind of model does Black America, exemplified by its Black women, because women are the keepers of the culture, are they not? Women are the first teachers of humanity, are they not? They set the tone for what the culture is, do they not? And if that's true, then what model do Black women put in place? Asian women, immature, Tiger Mom. Jewish women, Susan Patton, Mary Smart. Black women, swag uber alles. Swag uber alles. And how does that work out for you, ladies? We can put the guys on the side. Fine. Men are expendable, whatever. How has it worked out for you? What has it gotten you? What has it done for you? See, we never even have that kind of conversation because we're so fixated in the now, in short term. We don't even have conversations built on long-term shit. We don't even have that conversation. It doesn't exist.
Yeah. Yep, I'm with you. Let's see. All right, this is one thing that's looking ridiculous here. We got 245 people in here, only 108 likes. Let's get those likes up. If I got this many people in here, that means there got to be some new people in here too. So what I got to let you all know, if you don't know already, as you can see scrolling across the street, I can't even talk this morning. As you can see scrolling right across the screen, I go live every day, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. I won't go on no later than 9:10, but you can count on me every day between 9 a.m. and 9:10. Like and share. No, like, share, and subscribe. Bang that bell. That's a very important part because a lot of people not getting the notifications. So bang the bell and hit all. Bang the bell and hit all. But definitely like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't get the notification, just start looking for me at 9 a.m. I will be on tomorrow at 9 a.m. sometime between 9 a.m. and 9:10. So make sure you're looking for me there. We do this every morning. Been having some great shows, and be looking for it. Be looking for it, because mathematically speaking, 250 people it just went up to, and thanks for the likes just moved up to 132. So thank you everybody who just hit the like button. But if we got 250 people in here, there means there has to be some people in here that's normally not here. So you need to know where to find us, and you'll find us every morning, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, hit all.
See, let me follow up on that point, because, and I want to bounce on a few points here. See, I get black women not wanting to do anything, because why should they? This is the black manosphere. Why should they do anything? I get it. But do we really need to tell grown ass black men, like, share, and subscribe? Do we really need to do that? I get why black women wouldn't. It makes perfect sense to me. Why do you need to do that, black men? I'll tell you the reason why. Tell you why. They conscious whipping them. See, when the old man is talking, I'm not just talking about your mama. I ain't just talking about your daughter, or your sister. I'm talking about your daddy. More often than not, there's no account he ain't shit. I'm talking about your uncle. More often than not, he up there feeling everybody up. I'm talking about your brother. Got umpteen baby mamas running around. I'm talking about your son, layabout, loser, failed to launch. We keep acting like this is some type of abstract discussion. It's not. It's a very real thing with real world consequences. These are the people in your neighborhood. We all remember that song, don't we? Sesame Street, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's the reason why there's a lot of people. You talking about hate listeners? Man, the Howard Stern rule in full effect. I know for a fact there are people that can't wait to tune into me because they can't stand my guts. Because I'm talking about their mama. I'm talking about their daddy. I'm talking about their brother. I'm talking about their baby mama. And it's easier to shoot the messenger than to deal with the message. Let me say this also. And I see her in the chat room, and the only reason why I'm going to mention her name at this time is because she's here. She can speak for herself if she wishes to and correct me. I hope that she shows up over at the Zoomcast. She's on the VIP guest list at high noon. We're going to go into it even further. Miss J.V. Dessalines was one of the people that testified yesterday.
Yep.
And I want to say this. There's been a lot of discussion on where are the good sisters. A lot of brothers have been asking about this. Well, where are the good sisters that are going to speak up for the brother? Just speak up for right. That's a fair question. We're going to do a show about that. We're going to do a Zoomcast about it. Might do it tomorrow. Might do it Saturday, but it's coming up. But let me say this. Now, by all accounts, Miss J.V. Dessalines is legit. Married, mom, successful, doing well, cares about her community, cares about her family. And yet, there's no discussion about among sisters now. And see, I got to take this off the brothers now. I got to put this on the sisters. There's no discussion among sisters to say, you know, JV did pretty well. I mean, she got things working out pretty well. I mean, since she's been doxed to high heaven, now we can verify and say with confidence that she's the real deal. Why not take that information and say, okay, JV, how can you help us, improve our situation? I mean, you clearly got a good man. I mean, you clearly, I mean, things have worked out for you. Could you help us improve our situation? There, not 1 hour of discussion on that point. Not one. In an entire year, not one. Again, what does that say about black women's priorities? And by extension, the priorities of the community. Because remember, women, in this case, black, are the keepers of the culture. How can it be otherwise? You can't have it both ways. You can't be the keepers of the culture when it's good, and then you want to pass off to somebody else when it's not so good. Either you're the keepers of the culture or you're not. So if Asian women are the keepers of the culture, they got the Tiger Mom. If Jewish women are the keepers of the culture, they got the Marry Smart model. What model do black women use? What's their model? Because it's clear to me that they don't accept the JV model. So what model do they accept? You tell me.
No answer. Plead the fifth on that one. Plead the fifth on that one. All right. I'm looking at this. We just made it to the 1 hour mark. Now we're gonna. Oh wait, before we open things up a little bit, I do want to mention, we could touch on this briefly. We already kind of covered this on a previous show, but there's another black male YouTuber who I think fashioned his name after the wrestler from the 80s, I believe early 90s, Superfly Jimmy Snuka. You remember him, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, so Superfly Jimmy Snuka was a black YouTuber who I believe fashioned his name after him. We kind of touched on that, how he's been having, I don't know what his major problem was with SYSBM. It was more than just a little philosophical disagreement. And so it was argued, I think Mr. Fantastic argued that we should, definitely hold him accountable for what he did, but he was being fed information, but they fed it to him because they knew they was feeding it to the right person. They knew that when they got it in his hands, he was going to run a mile with it. And so that's what it seemed to have happened. But so it's a situation where he was running a mile. I mean, he was running a mile with information that he was being given, but he was being fed information, and they knew that they could feed him information because they knew that he was going to run a mile with it. And we was trying to figure out on a previous show what was his problem, why he was so determined to go after some guys that he deemed to be weird, or this guy rubs me the right way. I know something ain't right about him. You know, he was determined. And so yeah, let's before we open it up, let's briefly touch on that, because it was two major players. We already talked about one of them that was, more or less for the most part have typically been on the side of the Black Manosphere, with some disagreements with the Black Manosphere, but overall you wouldn't have thought that it would go there. Like, we wouldn't have predicted this, 3 to 6 months ago. Maybe some would.
Hey, I got a lot to say about all that, but I dare not do it here. I've got to keep it politically correct. Go right on ahead. By the way, I got the mic. The lady, because I know there's a lot of ladies that were here from yesterday's proceedings. If you were one of the witnesses in yesterday's proceedings over at what happened yesterday, and you testified, you can be my special guest over on the Zoom cast at high noon today. Email me for an invite. You will be my special guest, and you have a chance to reiterate your testimony on air with yours truly, the Obsidian Files at gmail.com. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, I more or less said what I wanted to say there. I was setting that up for you to furthermore discuss that, or give you your thoughts on Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Well, we talked about that yesterday. Not in the context of what we're talking about right now, but in the context of motivations. And it would appear that this individual's motivations run deeper than just who's going to get with my daughter. I have more to say about that at high noon. I dare not go into it here. Yeah.
So we're gonna open this thing up. This will be a good day. I paid for Zoom already, so I don't got Zoom yet. I'm gonna do a test run of Zoom tonight, because I get the feeling that this is going to be a panel that's going to need to house more than 6 people. But so I'll have to probably be rotating people in and out, because I know a lot of people got something they want to say on this. Remember, when you're coming up, we keeping it clean here, because like I said, I just hit 1,000, so I'm in the process of getting monetized.
Yes. People, if you want to cut loose, the place to do it is on the Zoom cast at high noon EDT. That's we can say names, we can say whatever we want, because it's not going to go on YouTube. It will only be, it won't even be on the Black Avenger. It will only be available to members of Obsidian Radio. So that way, if the shit does get out in the open, I know exactly who sent it. I'll track you down. I will find you. And then you think this is bad. I would then do a free Zoom cast and just drag you up and down for 8 hours straight. Okay? So if you want to go ahead and let loose on yesterday's proceedings, the place to do it is on the Zoom cast. It will not be on YouTube. It will not be on the Black Avenger. It will only be available to members of Obsidian Radio, okay? So until then, we're going to run today at high noon. So until then, you want to come up and discuss yesterday's proceedings, please keep it clean for the sake of our good brother, Bernard Riley. Let's, as our mothers, that those of us that had mothers that were halfway decent used to say, now you know how to act. Okay.
All right. So yeah, y'all can come up. You can have your say. We're not naming names. We're trying to protect the monetization process that I'm going through right now. I'm in the third step of their little review process. So let's not come up here and set the stage on fire. But y'all can talk. You can say what you got to say. I just clicked. The link should be popping up right down. Yep, there go the link in the chat right there. So there's the link. Y'all can come up. You can say what you got to say. Let's not name names or say any of the deadly words on YouTube. You know what they are. So let's get this thing going. And sorry, I had to take a drink of some coffee on y'all. I've been working on not slurping my coffee on the air. I don't know if I did a good job today. Because when Obsidian was talking, I was trying to get away with a lot of coffee sipping. But damn it, I think I got a shortage in my cord here. All right, so yeah, the panel is opening up. Anybody want to come up and have their say? It is open sesame, but don't like I said, you know the rules. We're not going to show all the way the fuck out today. We just gonna, we're gonna talk about it, but we ain't gonna act a fool. We got 255 people watching, 155 likes. Saw some new people coming in. And like I said, I do this every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. I come on between 9 a.m. and 9:10. Monday through Friday. Subscribe, like, bang the bell, hit all after you bang the bell. Do all of those good things to make sure you don't miss the show. And they're rolling on in. So, all right, let's go. Got a lot of my normal crew here. A lot of my normal crew members. The people more directly involved, hurt, or harmed by this didn't come up, and that's cool. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have a free flowing conversation. Somebody sound like they got one of them old school screen doors that
that's my garage door.
You gotta
some
dive
Earl.
and take cover when you let go.
Yeah, the hinges need some Earl.
That's why I like one of the ones that got that snapback that you knock
with
the kid.
The spring on it.
Penetrating oil, man. Spray it with some penetrating oil, man.
Man, I've seen a kid get knocked clean out by one of them doors.
the snapback on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. the trucker, one of the truck drivers who out there in this coronavirus wilderness still bringing goods to the people, the backbone of this country.
Yeah.
What's up? Got a salute to you for your hard work.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hey, let everybody know I don't have any toilet paper now.
I was about to ask you, what are you delivering, man?
Well, actually, I'm right now the shipper. Right now, I'm just waiting to get some information. So I got a little downtime, so I wanted to jump on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, Keith Lamont. I'm glad to see you in here, man. You're late to the party. I've been going live for almost 2 months now. This is my first time seeing you in here, man. You know you're always welcome to come up on here and talk some of that shit. But yeah, glad to see you in here, man. But real quick. David Johnson, crazy ass. I be seeing him clowning on panels too. Seeing a lot of people in here that I see around that I don't that haven't made it in here. Hopefully y'all subscribed and bang the bell and all of that. But go ahead, the Mac the Trucker. You got the mic. What's he about to say?
Okay. Yesterday was a wild day in YouTube streets, man. But I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Fantastic.
Oh
Now, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure everybody saw his show last night, and it was one segment on there where this young guy came up. I think he said it was 18, and he was just getting basically he wanted advice about certain things. And all those brothers on that panel gave this young man great advice. And to me, that's why the Manosphere exists today. Everything he said and everything those other guys said was spot on. So if anybody's against that, hey, I don't know what to tell you. I just can't see anybody going against trying to give a brother on a path like that good advice and good financial advice as something destructive. You want to take them down for no apparent reason for a personal gain, I guess. But yeah, shout out to Mr. Fantastic, man. That was a great show, and that brother came on there and changed the whole aspect of the show to me. That was the starlight of the show, if you ask me. It was great, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna say any names, but that's the only name I wanted to point out because that brother needed that spotlight.
Oh yeah.
It was
No,
a great
Mr.
show, and he gave that brother advice too, man. That was a great show.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic. He been a soldier on the front lines on this one, man. I gotta salute Mr. Fantastic. He been going in. He been fighting a good fight. Been going in, and even before all of this stuff came out, he saw it on the horizon. There was times when I was like, dang, why is Fantastic going in so hard? But he knew what was coming. He knew.
He knew.
Yeah, he knew the shit was about to hit the fan, and I had no idea because, like I said, I'm in the back. I'm oblivious to a lot of this shit. I keep my nose out of a lot of stuff. So it was times when Fantastic was going in real hard, and I was like, "What is he talking about? What is he?" But not. Hey, he was right. He was right. He was right. Definitely got to give him props.
My thing was throughout all that, that brother came on. He was still like, "Hey, okay, you need advice. I'm going to give you advice." That's the right thing to do, man. Throughout all the crap that was going on yesterday, he still gave him advice, and the other brothers that was on that panel as well gave that young man advice. I think that was great.
Yeah, so we got to go to my main man, Complex Design. What you got, man?
I don't know. I seem to not. I think I get so much other shit on my YouTube feeds that I don't get the stuff. I always hear about it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not even interested in it. Like it's more just kind of like, oh wow, really that happened, and oh that name is involved, and then it really just kind of like, it kind of just reinforces, what I typically think about a lot of the shit that happens here. There's too many fucking immature people around here, and so like and it follows up on the discussion we had yesterday with the whole 2.0 versus 3.0 thing. Like, dude, like just grown ass adult people as a aggregate, they don't, in terms of like a racial group, right? They don't fucking do shit like this and expect like productivity and functionality and shit. They don't. Like my assumption here is that everything that transpired yesterday, and I'm gonna be like a fly on the wall today because I don't know who's who. I don't know who's part of what. I don't know who does what. I don't know who said what to who. I don't know none of this shit, right? But it strikes me all as pretty fucking immature. It's like motherfuckers are in like 13th grade or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna, there was a lot of pushback yesterday about this notion or this idea that some brothers would go and create like a whole Manosphere 3.0 paradigm predicated upon something that is not commonplace in current Black social media now. The nerve of us to go and strike out and do such a thing. Why would we might do such a thing? I wonder.
Well, I don't think anybody has a problem with that complex. I think the problem I'm having with you is how is it possible for you to get up here and pontificate on events that, by your own admission, you're not even privy to? That's what
I don't have to necessarily be privy to the details to understand that it's pretty fucking immature.
Did you hear the whole thing? Did you hear any of it?
I can just, the premise of it is immature.
No, that's not what I asked you. Did you hear any of it yesterday?
I didn't hear anything, but the premise, just how it sounds, is immature.
So, I mean, we're intelligent people.
Yeah. Are you going to argue me that this is a very mature thing that's going on?
No, what I'm going to argue is that it's irrational of you to speak about something, about events that you don't even know anything about.
I'm giving my observation on it. I totally prefaced it. I didn't hear anything. It's not in my feed. I'm just going by what I'm hearing. And what I'm hearing is pretty fucking immature. Are you arguing that point?
Pardon?
Are you arguing my assessment that all of this is pretty fucking immature? Are you arguing against that?
No. What I'm saying, I'm reiterating
just making sure.
The title is, so what did we learn yesterday?
I'm here to learn. I'm just giving my observation based on what happened.
Well, what you can do is you can start by going back to getting the link and then reviewing the evidence and then coming back and making.
I'm going to take people's word for it, right? Because I'm kind of familiar with the type of shit that goes on, and quite frankly, I'm not bothered to be like get inundated with all the goddamn dirty details and shit. It's all pretty fucking immature.
Okay, so what happened?
Somebody got doxed. I hear some names floating around, and it was just a bunch of people talking shit from what I can gather.
No.
Oh, is there something far more substantial? Is there something that I should really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Really? Oh.
Yes.
I mean, because I was just busy like doing actual shit with my life yesterday, so I didn't realize I needed to put the pause on that to, see what's going on in YouTube gossip world. I didn't know it was that important.
People do.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's potato, man. We all have different things that are important to our lives, right?
It was important enough for you to jump up here and talk about things you don't know anything about.
Oh, I'm always on the panel every morning.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm giving my thoughts on, because this isn't new to YouTube, to the black sector. This isn't new to it. This is just a new event. But this conceptually is nothing new. I don't know what your objection is.
My objection is that you're talking about things you don't know anything about.
Well, I know about nigga shit on YouTube. This falls in line with that. I know plenty about that. I mean, I don't engage in it, but I know about it. You have some sort of issue with that?
Well, I do. I have an issue.
Okay. You have an issue with me not caring about nigga shit? Really?
I have an issue with brothers that tout themselves as a cut above and then just get on panels and just talk when they don't know what they're talking about.
I'm talking about the shit that went on yesterday. Now, am I off in my assessment that the shit that went on was immature? Am I off?
You're off about the details of it.
Am I off about it being immature, Obsidian?
You're off. No, you're off about the details.
The question I'm asking you is, am I off about it being immature? Is it immature, dude?
Mr. Complex Design. The details matter.
Is it fucking immature?
All right. Let me.
If you want to go ahead and rationalize it, go ahead, dude.
Not bringing anything to the conversation, sir.
The conversation it's bullshit. It's all immature. Okay. How about that?
That means you stand down.
No, that means it's immature.
No. That means you stand down because
my position on it, Obsidian, is that it's immature. That's the position. That's the established position from Complex Design. Okay, you will take it how you want, but it's pretty fucking immature.
I'm taking it the way you putting it.
It's pretty fucking immature.
So
what part? What difficulty are you having with that?
Because you act like a child. Shut up.
Oh.
All right, y'all. Complex. I know you want to respond to that.
No. I'll leave that one on the table because that one on its own, like everybody, let that one marinate.
All right. Now we're gonna move it forward. My overall analysis of whether or not it's immature. Yes, it's immature, but it also goes beyond that. When people are spreading rumors about real allegations about people committing real crimes that are serious, crimes that are hard to get, even if you are proven 100% innocent, it's still hard to get that off of your name and that dark cloud from following you around. is a certain YouTuber who, no matter what, 2 years from now, when he hop on the stream, somebody's going to say that's that guy who did that one thing, even though the shit's not true. So when stuff like that is going on, I think it's beyond immature, it's immoral. And so that's part of what we're talking about. But is it some immature, catty, high school, middle school-ish shit going on? Yes, but it did go beyond that. It went to the point of outright immoral.
Bernard, it would actually lead to a greater point than even I'm trying to mention. If it's actually far beyond immature, well, I was trying to be nice.
Yeah, but we're talking about, outright immoral actions.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Bernard. By saying immature, I was trying to be nice. But if we want to take it there, I'll tell you what I really feel about it. I mean, because you really, I mean, like I said, immature is being nice about it. But if you really want to get down to it, like, what the fuck? This is black adults, grown black fucking people out here. If we want to go there with it, then we can go there with it. I was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous. And the thing is, the people that were being affected, it wasn't going to stop there. They were going to come after everybody. If it would have went on long enough, and if it wouldn't have got nipped in the bud yesterday, it would have been going. It would have went on long enough to where I would have been next, and you would have been probably down.
Niggas.
We all, everybody affiliated with the Black Manosphere was going to catch it. Was going to get hit by that tidal wave.
No, was this white supremacy doing this, or was this other niggas?
Oh no, it was niggas.
Oh, okay, all right. Just want to get this on the record, bro.
Oh, yeah, we all about calling out nigga shit on this. That's okay, what we do. Well, I'm gonna go to the general. But hold on, real quick. I did have that comment sitting up there from Kendra D for a while, because when I was giving Fantastic the props for being a soldier on the front line and was calling this shit a long time ago. Got to give Angry Man credit too. He was calling it a long time ago as well. So those were the two who saw it on the horizon. So I do want to make sure we give proper credit to the Angry Man on that one as well. But going forward, we're going to go to the general, and we're going to go to Brother Xavier of the Prophet of Thought series. But go ahead, General, you got it.
All right, so check it out, man. Look, it's like this. Until your name is mentioned in some bullshit in these spaces on open airwaves, right? And your information is put out, then you don't understand the ramifications of it. For the past 18 months, I've been getting pinged on my email every time somebody goes and look up my government name, every time somebody goes and try to access one of, send me an email, whatever. I'll get a ping on my official government laptop that says someone is searching your information, someone is searching your name. And for me, I'm like, I don't have shit to hide, no problem. Okay, blow it off. I took it as though maybe it's somebody I went to high school with or college with, I served in the military with, that's trying to find me or whatever. I blew it off because I didn't think it was of that grave importance. But here's the real matter of the fucking fact. The real matter of the fucking fact is you got people that are calling people certain things out here that could be detrimental not only to their livelihood, but it could be detrimental to their life. And until you are being called out and singled out as having been done something so egregious, you wouldn't understand it. Yes, it's childish. Yes, it's full of bullshit. Yes, it's full of fuckery. Yes, it is black people that are doing this, or that are doing these things. But at the end of the day, until your name is mentioned alongside of a certain word, then only then will you understand the impact and the ramification they can have on your life. You got people that have jobs, that work in professional settings, that work for the government, and they hear that word mentioned, that could cause a whole investigation against that person. Now, there are federal charges when you fuck with a federal personnel, right? A person that works for the federal government, your ass can get charged federally for that, especially when it's unfounded. So it's bullshit. And we have to stop the bull. No, it's no so. We have to stop the bullshit. You get people that hear something and they take it and run with it and throw it out. And now this person got it, that person got it before it's all over with. Thousands of people have heard that you are a certain thing. You're pedo.
So when the pedo accusations and the other accusations, right? There was pedo and then the other ones. Mm-hmm. Why didn't lawsuits start flying?
I can't speak for other people.
Okay, well, no, well, I'm not because there's
because
recourse for this type of shit. There's recourse for this type of shit, right?
There are recourses for this type of shit, but I would tell you this first and foremost, right? When you point out when you accuse the accuser, you must have fact based.
You got him on video, right?
It must be fact based. Well, you got a voice, but who's to say that is that person that makes that's making these allegations?
That's where you name YouTube as an accomplice.
So everybody that you talk to, brother, and I'm not here to argue with you, but I will tell you this.
I'm not arguing with you either.
I know everybody that you talk to is not of the sublime, dumb, ignorant ass individual that you think. You have people that are quite educated, that are quite literate, and understand how the law works in this country. In a court of law, you must be two things. And I know you know this. You must be two things when you take something to court. You must first be right, and then you must be correct. If you go to court and you're right, but not correct, you will lose. If you go to court and you're correct, but you're not right, you will lose. This is how the justice system in this country works.
Right.
You must be both two things. You have to have both of those things that line up. You must be both right and correct when you go to court. You can't go in there and say, this person made an allegation against me and it's slanderous. Okay, who is the person? Well, I don't know, but here's a picture. Here's a YouTube video.
That's not how you do it.
They're gonna laugh you out of court.
No, I know. That's not how you do it, though. What I'm saying is that there's very real ways to litigate shit. And so, I peeped the chat, and I mean, people have the issue with, me having a position on this, but I'm like, no, I've actually had real business. So I've actually had to take motherfuckers to court for breach of contract and shit like that. Okay. So what I'm saying is that there's recourse when a motherfucker goes out there and says some shit like, oh, well, Complex is fill in the blank. If I literally have the YouTube channel that came from, okay, and I have the actual recording, like I said, you name YouTube as an accomplice. Kevin and I just talked about this like a day or two ago. If you file the suit and you name YouTube as an accomplice, guess what YouTube does? You think YouTube wants to get caught up in any shit? They will snuff out who the fuck it is. They will turn the names over and clip their accounts. Just like that.
Well, it's a fair point worth being talked about. That yes, black people do need to take more legal recourse. In the white manosphere is some. I don't even know.
Stop just like I mean, you want to jump on me all the fuck you want because I'm sitting there saying this is all pretty fucking immature. Because look, when people do you wrong, there are measures to take in the real world to correct the action.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that yeah, like I was mentioning in the white manosphere, I don't even know what the details of it is, but there is some people who are taking each other to court over some shit. I don't even know what it's about.
That's the 21 convention, all that shit.
Yeah. Black people, we need to utilize the court to our advantage a little more. That part is true. That part is true. And if it was some legal recourse that could have been done with some of this, I think it should have been done. I think we need to also get smart enough not to bring legal accusations, to the table. It's YouTube ain't the place. If a crime is committed, we know where to take a crime, and that's where the bullshit comes in. That's where it's nothing more to be said about that. We understand that it's bullshit, and legally countering the bullshit is something that we do got to do better at. So I'll take that point and roll with it and keep it moving. As far as that, who did I add? Oh yeah, brother Xavier. Here we go. Prophet of thought. What you got, man?
Peace.
And Jamie Dessalines said some of the stuff is already in court. So people are taking the action. So even though people are taking the actions, probably dealing with the slow hand of the law, the black YouTube turnaround time is a lot sooner. It's a lot faster than the hands of the law. So that's probably why it's being litigated in the black YouTube court of public opinion right now. But there are people taking legal recourse. So.
Well, Bernardo, real quick, I'm going to drop down. I'm being asked to drop down. So
you're being asked to drop down?
I'm being asked to drop down. I guess my position on this is a little too strong here.
Who's asked you to drop down? The chat?
Yeah, a couple people. So I'm going to drop down. I'll just put it like this, like, as a businessman who's had to, who deals with, legal documents and shit. I'm not shy in fucking filing a writ of discovery or something on somebody if I got it. So, I'm just
Well, I
saying.
mean, you're free to drop down on your own free will, but you don't have to drop down. Like, I mean, I think I've told you before, you're part of this show. I like your perspective, and you're taking an unpopular road today. But I mean, hey, you don't got to drop down because of that. But if you want to, I mean, you're free to. I do got Mike V and someone in Rex in the back chat, so I would have to make room for them anyway. So if you want to,
Yeah, like I said, I'll drop down. I don't. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and do that for today.
all right, cool, man. Thanks for your perspective.
All right, Bernard. Yeah, I'll drop you
Yep.
tomorrow.
All right, cool.
Peace.
All right.
Peace, brother Complex.
All right, go
Peace.
ahead.
Yeah, peace, brother Complex.
I mean, and peace, everybody. What did we learn? A lot of us, we didn't learn too much of anything. 'Cause we saw, we already knew existed. I learned that a lot of this YouTube shit has a tendency to into real life and people's real lives. Real people fuck around and get hurt and manipulated and taken advantage of. I think a lot of people learned about Brother Fantastic yesterday to tell them that they're late to the party because I've always known that Brother Fantastic, man. I've always known that Brother Fantastic was a real one because that brother has stuck up and defended me past on more than one occasion. So if you're just figuring out Fantastic is the truth, you're late. We all learned that no matter how hard you to give people the benefit of the doubt, they always have a tendency to disappoint you, man. I mean, and we learned that there's no out there willing to be taken advantage of. Therefore, there's no shortage of people willing to. I mean, this is what it is, man. This is imitating art, if you will. I mean, this is just what it is. People got caught up into something that they lost control of. Finally figured it out so that they can no longer find themselves grinder of manipulation, if you would. I mean, that maybe a lot of us need to pay more attention to who we deal with, man. Something we should already know. I mean, a lot of this stuff that we saw yesterday, man, it so shock us and, make us go, I mean, come on, man. Real, this is YouTube, I mean, if you learn things that you kind of have an inkling of or knowledge of yesterday, attention, man, because I gotta agree with Brother Complex what he was. Oh man, I mean, this is just a new event. This is not, I mean, this is shit that I've seen before. This is shit that I've been through before. I mean, this isn't new. It's the same old movie, man. It's just different. That's all it is. Now I know a lot of people got hurt, got beat out of money and all kinds of shit and got shit taken from them and all that. I understand that. But we also got to understand that this is YouTube, man. And a lot of these people give a shit about you. They don't like you. They don't like you, man. They don't care about you. They don't life. A lot of them just give a shit about what they can get from you, how much control they can exercise, and how much it benefits them. I mean, that's just the honest truth, man. Is. And when we talking about this coronavirus thing and all these governments are talking about social distancing, I think when we may have to start exercising some social distancing especially when it comes to shit that's going on in your real life. Truth, man. You know, I mean, we're never thing proper and coordinated and controlled on fucking YouTube, because being said, YouTube is too free flowing. Free. You understand? There's nothing at stake. Game for most people on YouTube. You can get up here and say whatever you want, do whatever you want, and there's very little consequences. You don't really have nothing on the line, set. And long as it's like that, you will see another instance of this shit. Instances of this shit going on right now. They just haven't been unpacked. The veil has. That's all we saw yesterday. We saw the veil being unlifted, man. And we saw what was behind something that we already knew more than likely was already there. I'll shut up.
Right on, right on. No, thanks for your perspective. You know, it's always valued here. Let's see who we got up next. We got Perfect Blackness, and then we're gonna go to Rex. Go ahead, Perfect Blackness.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right. Well, first, man, that I want to say to Brother Complex, man. Hey, look, man, you don't worry about what to be saying in the chats, man, because yesterday I was the bad guy. So, hey,
Oh yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah,
man.
You
It's all
faced that firing squad yesterday. I don't know if you saw. MOT did a video where he did say that
I've seen that.
he acknowledged that he snapped a little too hard, but
It's all good. I mean,
it is.
I
It's
don't
gonna happen.
I don't take it personal.
Right.
It's all good, man. But yeah, and Mr. Fantastic, I was on that panel yesterday, and I've made this point before, even on BGS's panel before, that that type of stuff is what I live for. The young brothers, man, the younger generations, and that's what the Black Manosphere is all about. Because that's what we do. We're not like the Black women. We're not in competition with each other. We're not in competition with our young brothers. We want to actually help them and give them all the advice that they need. So and that's the important thing for me, because I'm always in that space, at least boots on the ground type of guy with the young brothers. But in terms of this shit that was going on yesterday, man, and it was this shit was this shit was better than Young and the Restless, man. All that shit, man. And look, I've been a victim of that. Me and Taz went back and forth on a while back. He, on the air, in front of God and the world, called me he called me the P word, because my wife to be this Saturday, matter of fact, she would no longer be a wife to be. She would be my wife this Saturday, because she's, at the time she's, 24 years old, and now that whole group is getting that just deserved.
Yeah, whoa. How old are you, right? You said you're 40?
I'm 45.
Okay, you're 45. So
Yep.
he says 24 and 45.
Yeah, she just turned 25 Tuesday.
And so he used the word, the pedo word.
Yep. He called.
Yeah, come on. Like that's it.
Not only that, because she's not she's not ADOS. She's not an American Black woman. It's not enough that she is African and a Black African. No. She has to be ADOS. And so Taz called her a dirty foot bitch. And we had to go back and forth on that one right there. That was complete disrespect. But like I said, they're getting their just deserved. They're getting everything that they deserve, what they're getting right now. That whole group over there is getting it. So yeah, I have no sympathy for them. They want to run around and doxing folks and all that type of shit. It's one thing you disagree with someone. It's quite another that you want to put their whole business out there and all that, for all the world to see. That shit is unnecessary, and they're getting what they deserve. So I have no sympathy for them. And as I've said before, now I'm a defender of this space, because this space here is for Black men. I don't agree with everyone in the space, but still, this is a space for black men. And when you start coming across and calling people the P word and all that, because and I don't understand their fascination with that anyway, but that's a whole different
Yeah.
discussion. I don't understand their fascination with that, but like I say, look, they're getting what they deserve. Okay, because when you start going against what I would say the family, when you start going against your own people because of that type of shit, then you get what you deserve. So look, that's all I got to say on that. On at least on that for right now. But look, man, I have no sympathy, none whatsoever.
All right. Thanks for that acknowledgement, Ty City, saying Bernard doing numbers, even though I saw your little jokes you had. I don't think just because I didn't respond to him, I saw your little jokes. Yeah, you be talking cash shit. Yeah, check out Ty City. He up and coming. He closing in on 500. He gonna hit that 1,000. He say I be sending him a lot of subs, but then he come in here talking shit. even though he's soaking up subs. Go subscribe to Ty City. Even though he be trying to clown me in my own chat. Oh man, but so what Perfect Blackness said, damn, what was I about to say? Yeah, look, listen, I understand completely if somebody just has a philosophical disagreement or just personally think that, hey, a 44, 45-year-old man shouldn't be with a 25-year-old woman. That's okay to just be of that view that, I heard somebody say, whatever your age is minus plus or minus 7 years, that's where it should be. If that's just your personal view, understand that's your personal view. But anybody who falls outside of your personal view, you can't put a label that doesn't apply on them. That's stupid. There's no other way around that. That is just outright stupid to do that. You're talking about somebody who's 25, have been a legal adult for, somebody who's been a legal adult for 7-8 years. I forgot what you said. She's 24 or 25, whatever. So, she's
25.
Okay, yes. Yeah, so she closing in on 8 years of legal adulthood. Somebody like that situation can make their decision. It's not like, like when I see, somebody over 30 or over 40, and you're talking about somebody 18, 19, yeah, that one kind of bothers me. It's legal, but I'm like, let that girl probably do need to figure out life. Maybe, that I can understand the argument. 25, that's ridiculous for somebody to come at you that aggressively. I understand they say I philosophically disagree with that, but to be that aggressive about it, it's something else bigger at play.
What
For
that
somebody
whole
to
group,
hard.
they don't feel that age of consent should be. They feel age of consent should be around 25.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. We got to go to rest. We got a new member on the panel, somebody who's never been up here before. So we got to pass the mic to you. And Mike V, you was on the panel very briefly. Feel free to come back. Even though when you do come back, I'm going to clown you because I suspect that you can't grow a beard, Mike V. I think that's why you be talking shit about my beard. I suspect you can't grow one. So, I'm going to clown you next time you get on my panel. But come back. I do want to hear your take or perspective or whatever it was you had to say when you was coming up. We got to go to Rex right now. What's up, man? You got the mic? Fire away. Mic check on Rex. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right, yeah.
You're Borgin.
So you can't hear me right now because I'm driving right now.
Oh, yeah, that might be the problem. Okay, let's go ahead and give it another try, and let's see if let's go ahead and start talking. Yeah, we can hear you. It's a little low. If you could do something to make the volume higher, go ahead. But other than that, we're gonna try to work through it. Go ahead.
Right now, you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, what I was saying was I had emailed old man these files that I had on this guy about him being a deadbeat dad because I don't panel with him and I had a problem with him talking about black people, black fathers, telling old man, oh, well, you can't talk about kids. I got 4 daughters, right? And I do this every day. My oldest daughter turned 20 today, right? And I still take care of her, and that's fine. But this guy sit on panels and tell people, well, you can't, if you're not a father, you can't talk. And I'm like, up, you a deadbeat father. I got proof. And shout out to the guy Greg, where your son, another man that got his own 2 boys that got scholarships for basketball, is taking your son to church. He got comments on there like Greg is a mentor and like a father figure to others. And I'm like, hold up, how's this guy talking to people? I got the proof of this on my phone, and I've been had it because I'm one of them guys.
Are you real quick? Are you talking about the one that they refer to as a Koba, or as a Cluster B, affectionately called the Goofy Goat? That's who you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Some of this stuff sound like it need to be for the Zoom cast, but go ahead. I'll let you. I'll let you finish. But Obsidian going to go live, and he gonna air it out in details and names and all the everything. But yeah, we kind of keep it clean. Like I said, I'm in the process of trying to monetize the channel. I'm at the 3rd step of it, so I hopefully be hearing something back in a few days. So yeah, let's try to keep it clean. Keep it clean. But yeah, but if you can make the point and keep it clean as possible, go ahead.
All right, I got you. My fault. My bad with that. I'm gonna just spit it simple. I'm from Philadelphia, just like the old man. And what I say for the Black Manosphere do to this channel, just trying to destroy y'all. Now that they down, when he get up, this is what Philly guys do. You hit him in the back of the head with that shovel, keep him in that hole, and you put the dirt on it. Anytime he bring up the Black Manosphere, y'all should do lives on him, because we always knew they was crooks. And I just told Reg, the bad guy, he was a fool. Like, lady, everybody know you got surgery. You walking around like 25. Sis, we all know you was a bum because you with this goofy goat guy. Like, get serious, man. And this guy, every time I get on there, they scared of me because I'm transparent. So I'll tell my daughter's name. Like, don't use your daughter's name. Why? What y'all gonna do? Y'all ain't gonna do shit. Y'all a bunch of YouTube talking motherfuckers. Y'all not for black people. Y'all crooks. It's been known that does the domestic violence abuser, and they'll make up an excuse, say, no, you've been locked up 3 times for beating on a woman, and you keep talking about, no, she lied on me. No, sir, why you ain't leave already, man? You could talk that shit. All right, I'm my fault. I'm
all right, yeah, let's go on in.
Let's go on and chill. I'm gonna let loose on that shit.
Yeah, come on the Zoom cast. Come on the Zoom cast. Mike V asked for the link. I just put the link back in the chat for back in the
Brother
chat.
Bernard, can I ask a quick question?
Yes, you can ask a quick question, but hold on, let me see. We got 281 people watching, 182 likes, 7 thumbs down. I appreciate the thumbs down, folks. I appreciate that. Let's get the likes up. Let's try to hit 200. Like I said before, I ain't been doing this long enough to where I haven't got bougie on y'all yet to where I'm be like, I'm stopping the show until I get the likes where I want them. I ain't there yet.
I don't understand the thumbs down. I don't understand that. But
the thumbs down is okay. Thumbs down is okay. They don't like it. They don't like it. They let it be known. That's fine. I'm not tripping. It's the people that don't do nothing. That's the problem. Yeah. But T-Wash, I see you in there. But excuse me, T-Wash, I do see you in there. You know, oh shit, the Mac the Trucker been right there, waiting for a while, and oh shit, Complex coming back. But I'm gonna get Mike V up here because you know the baby faced grown man who like to talk about my beard.
Oh man, I see how it is, man. Good morning to the panel. Good morning to Bernard Riley, and good morning to the chat, man. Thank you for having me on.
Peace, brother Mike V. What's good with it, man?
Yeah.
When you gonna go in and grow out a little Anthony Hamilton beard? You know, that's all you.
Little shaggy, man. I was looking for a perm, man. See if I can get my joint to grow, man. But now I crack on your beard, man, because I'm a little jelly myself. You know, I can't.
See, I knew it.
You know, so I be trying to find there's a new weave out, man. They can weave your face with kind of like a chia pet.
Yeah, no, they sell lace front beards, man. You gotta get one of them. And then or if you do grow it out, you gotta keep your beard in a protective hairstyle and put a bonnet over it at night. You know, gotta get it fried, dyed, and laid to the side, man. Yeah. I show you how to get on my level. I send you some of my juices and berries that I grow myself. So
I know there's a Yaki out there, a Yaki beard. So, but man.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah. No, I just wanted to go on the panel earlier when Complex was on because I wanted him to understand that this is definitely a serious matter and nothing that should be
taken as a sense of immaturity. This is something that should be discussed by the people who are affected by it. So I didn't want Complex to come up there and go back and forth with Old Man about this. I think I don't even want to be up here myself. I want to make sure I get off. I did my live stream last night, addressing the impact of all of this. So that's all I had to say, man. Thank you for having me on.
All right. Yep. Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate it. All right. We got let's see who we got. Shit. I'm gonna let T Wash get a word in before I go bring Complex back up here. So we got T Wash.
Hey, panel, peace.
What's up, brother?
I'm cool, and black power to all of y'all. I just wanted to say a few things in reference to the different panels and how you got one group against the other and all this old extra shit going on, and how it relates to me. Now, some people feel that if they see you in one group, that you are represented by that. For instance, I'll be over there with B1. I'll also be over there with Sinetta. Also be over there with NBK. That's New Black Knowledge. I'm also over there with the Pseudo Killers. I'm everywhere where black people are. And I wanted to say to the person who timed me out earlier, don't put me in one fucking group as if I just represent one group of people. I go to all black channels and try to stay in tune with our people in fellowship, whether we agree or disagree. That's kind of what I wanted to say. And I'm against all the division and the bullshit among us. We can have disagreements, but we should still be able to dialogue as black folks. And that's pretty much what I wanted to say.
Yeah, right on. And I'm with that. And if T Watch, if he didn't say nothing out the way, then yeah, don't be deleting him on site unless you. I mean, look, if you know somebody, it's some people when I see them, they get deleted on site. I don't care if they just say hello. I've never seen him post nothing crazy. If you have, and
yeah, I would understand that. I would totally understand that.
Yeah. I mean, if you see somebody who not somebody you just don't like, but somebody who you absolutely know is on some bullshit, I don't mind it. We in a place now where they can get sniped on site, so I'm fine with that. If you see somebody who you know is on some bullshit, but I mean, I don't know too much about T. I mean, I'm familiar with the name, but I don't know much about him. I've seen him around in these spaces, but I don't know much about him. So people like that, I definitely give them the rope to hang themselves. Then they get sniped on site. I've already blocked 2 people from the channel so far today.
And I actually agree with that, brother. Like my whole thing is, I might go in the group. I'll sit back and I'll listen, and I may disagree with most of what the group is talking about, but I don't automatically view them as my enemy or somebody that I need to be on an attack with. I may try to come on the panel and just give my perspective, or even try to understand better what that group represents, because at the end of the day, they're black people. And I want to fellowship with all my people, no matter what the opinions, as long as those people aren't against us. That was my
okay. Well, SKC Supreme King Coon, a regular here on the show, says I think he's talking about you when he says, "Oh, now, oh, buddy is against the division." What is he talking
tell
about?
Him to be specific. Tell him to be specific.
SKC,
what is he talking about?
Be specific on that. What you're talking about? Because, like I say, I don't know this man. I'm familiar with the name, but I don't know him. If anybody on the panel knows something about him, like is this a problem? Is this guy a problem that I don't know about? Like, I mean, hey, we can.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I'll say this, and you can let SKC up, in my spot. I will say this, T. Wash. I'm not against. I mean, I don't. I'm not really for a lot of the divisions myself. I think if you would listen to the show yesterday, you would see I'm not really for all that division. But you do have to admit that with the news of yesterday, some folks over that B1 sector, they have to be singled out as being against or not for, at the very least, not for black men or not for the black manosphere. I mean, they have to be singled out. I'm not because I've been over there on Sinetta as well and some of the other ones. But this B1 crowd, that's a whole different thing when you doxing people and all that. And then you're doing it for no reason, you're lying on folks. So
Now
that
that kind of bullshit, I totally don't agree with.
out. So, but if SKC want to come up, man, you can drop me down and Bernard, you can get my spot.
Yeah, I want to see what he
Well,
talking about. Like, let's,
well, SKT not up yet. Not haven't came into the queue yet, but Complex is in the queue. If somebody want to
Get,
make some room for
I'll drop
Complex.
down. I just wanna say this, man, and then I'll hop off. Is it unreasonable, man? Even if we have certain on YouTube, on media, is it unreasonable to not online shit and fuck with people's lives? I mean, that's where the problems start. I mean, you can
Yeah.
argue and debate and all that shit up here, man, but once you close the laptop, that shit's supposed to be over. People out there fucking with people's lives, man, in real life. They've let that shit spill over people's careers at risk. They've put people's livelihoods at risk. They put people's bank accounts
laws,
and credibility and information and all this kind of bullshit at risk. So is it unreasonable? Say, hey, look, man, whatever problems we have online, we're not going to let them spill offline pictures of your kids and your wife and your mama and your this and your that. To me, it's absurd, man. I think that
now see
think
that
the
part.
internet has. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say now that part, I am unfamiliar with that, and that shit is crazy to be doing shit outside of this. To me, this is supposed to be a network where, whether we believe this or that, we can communicate with each other as black people for different reasons, hopefully positive and uplifting reasons. But all that shit that you just mentioned, affecting people's livelihood, children, wives, jobs, that's some shit I want no part of. Like, I'm not even familiar with that
that's what's
goofy shit.
That's what's going on, brother. That's what's going on. People are fucking with people's lives. With people's lives, their livelihood, their bank account, their kids, their wife, their mama, they all this kind of shit. And this is shit that can cause people to get hurt. I mean, people can get this kind of shit. I mean, that's just the truth, man. Because I know how I would feel.
Jobs they're abusing their government jobs, man, to get personal information based off their IP addresses and usernames and that type of shit, and then posting the shit.
Yeah,
emails and all that type of shit, man. That's some bullshit, man.
Yeah,
the shit goes too far. Oh, go ahead, X.
Yeah, I'll say this and I'll jump the hell off, man. I appreciate you having Bernard all the time. I disagree with the brother, T. Wash. I think some division is necessary. It's absolutely necessary. I think that has gone on over the course of the few days is because vision was established. When you include everybody, you're gonna include fools and manipulators and robbers and thieves and killers and all. So there's always going to be need for. There's always going to be, because when you include everybody, you bring everybody's fucking problems. Those problems, man, they don't need to be part of the group. That's just the truth. Anyway, peace, brother Bernard. I appreciate it, brother. Another side, man. Peace, folks.
Yeah, thanks, brother X. And we're gonna bring.
Hey, Bernard, let me add.
Well, hold on, real
quick.
Yeah, but hold on, real quick. I do gotta shout out Sugar G for sending a $10 Cash App. I greatly appreciate that. And Rex, who was just on the panel, wanted to know the Cash App. Hopefully you've seen it scrolling by, or you've seen Naima Buckner or Miss Downtown Judy Brown or Sugar G post it, for that matter. Be careful sending Cash Apps while driving. but you said you was behind the wheel, so yeah, be careful with that. But yeah, hopefully you've seen the Cash App information since then. We got oh yeah, General, you said you wanted to say something, so we're gonna go
Yeah.
ahead, go to General, then to Complex.
So
And
you know,
Pablo Escobar is in the back chat too, so I got to get him up here.
so check
But
me
go ahead.
out, man. Check me out. So, as a former United States Army recruiter, I have the ability. I still have access to go into the portal, and I still have access to go and all I need is a name. I just need a name. I don't need a birthday. I don't need your social. I don't need any of that other shit, right? But I wouldn't dare go and look up somebody's personal information on the gist of doing harm or causing some type of calamity in their lives. We got enough shit going on against us right now. If I don't want to do it, I can have one of my homeboys. I got plenty of homeboys that are still in the field, and there will be no ramifications for them because I simply say, well, this is a potential recruit. And we could go back as far, well, some people can. They can go back as far as to your fucking 6th grade report card. Do you understand what I'm telling you? They can go back and get your 6th grade report card, your grades, teachers, family members, your all of that shit.
Brandon L, real quick, you posting Mella's YouTube channel in the chat. I don't know if I approve that message. Mella be saying crazy shit. Oh wait, I think I do know who Mella. I think I've talked to her on Game Changer channel. She wasn't that crazy when I talked to her.
Oh,
But yeah,
brother,
when I see a
pardon me.
YouTube channel getting posted in there, I'm like, okay, wait, hold on, who is we supporting here? Is this woman?
Oh,
no,
pardon me for a second, fellas, because I see y'all boy Supreme King Coon talking a little crazy, talking about, oh, you was B1 and blah. See, that's the corny shit that I'm talking about. I'm not a part of no damn group. I'm a grown ass black man who like to see what different black folks is talking about. Don't do that shit. Like if you want to come up in here and challenge me or whatever, that's cool. But don't group me in with no group. I don't do that shit. I'm grown as hell with my own individual life. I just love black people.
Well, I have also.
oh wait, well, real quick, my bad, Brandon. I thought when I saw Mella's name in a YouTube channel, you was posting.
He was
Brother
at Mel.
channel.
It was
Yeah.
at Mello. He was
Gotcha.
sending.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Yes, please post Brother Xavier's channel. I post his stuff. Yeah, we definitely want to send subscribers his way, even though you should be already subscribed to him. But definitely, if you're not, go subscribe to him, check him out. My bad on that one. It was another factor. Let me say this, T-Wash. Like I said, I don't know you. I don't know how you get down, but it is coming off like this is based off what I'm reading in the chat. It sounds like this is what's happening. It was a shootout and you were on one side. And then when your side started getting gunned down and your side started clearly losing in the shootout, you coming out with your hands up saying, hey, can't we all just get along? But you didn't have
Slow down, brother.
that's what it sounds like the chat is saying. I don't
Well,
like I said, I don't know.
Tell the chat's best spokesman to come up here.
Bro, let me finish my point. Now,
all right, go ahead.
like I said, I don't know you. I've never seen you in action, but I'm just saying that's the perception. That's what it sounds like everybody is saying about you. So I mean, I'm waiting for somebody to come up and substantiate something, but that's what it sounds like is going on here. That you calling for a ceasefire when you.
Oh, absolutely not. Let me say this real quick. I don't represent no group. Like, they have nothing to do with me. I'm in so many other chats, like I said, because I love black people. I'm my own individual man. And that's some old high school sucker shit. What I see down in that chat, like, they need to knock that shit off. We grown people. Like, I don't stick with no one group and make arguments and it's us versus them. That shit is goofy as hell. Like, we got bigger problems as a community than to be dealing with shit on that level. So if any of them want to challenge me as an individual, something that I said as an individual, me represent myself, come do it. That's why I'm here.
All right. Let's go to Complex. because he wanted to get back in here. And the link is in the chat for somebody who want to, get some pushback to T-Wash. A lot of y'all saying a thing or two about him in the chat. If y'all want to come and get some pushback, there's a link. But excuse
okay.
me.
I don't want to derail anything. So if there's
no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Complex. Go ahead and whatever you want to fire away on. I don't mind us moving the conversation forward. I'm getting background noise from somebody else. I don't think that's coming on my end. But go ahead, Complex. Whatever you want to fire away at.
Okay, so I dropped off for a second. I had to converse real quick with Mike. So, I know I can be a bit, just kind of forceful, right, and can come off a little whatever, arrogant or something, right? So I'm gonna take a different approach with this, and I want to try to relegate this back to the discussion from yesterday about platforms and standards. Maybe if I take this approach with it, it won't come off as provocative. But I think we are now starting to see the benefits of, maintaining a high set of standards for how we engage each other, not only privately, but particularly in this situation here, in a public space. Okay, so that's why I was kind of taken aback by the pushback that I got. When I kind of just came out and said this is all pretty fucking immature.
Oh, and
right?
Can we get Third Ward Colombian up in here? Because this dude is talking crazy. Like, I want to know where he from too, because he talking a little too greasy. And I apologize, brothers, for coming with this energy. It's nothing against y'all. I just don't like to play around like the way these dudes are playing.
Well, y'all not getting personal. Third Ward is actually he's in the queue. So long as y'all not about to, get personal and y'all about to have a discussion on the merits of whatever points are being made, then I'm 100% okay with that. So, shoot, who I'm gonna. He just dropped. I was about to bring him in, and he just dropped.
Well, I mean, this is kind of what I'm speaking to, right? So this is the shit I'm speaking to, right here. This is a perfect example. So, Kevin said yesterday, that image matters, right? How all of this is carried out in the open space. Look, you gotta understand, this stuff. There's other people who can peek in to this, right? This is open to outside of Black YouTube. So just so we know, like that chant from, I'm trying to remember that movie, the whole world is watching. That whole, it's applicable here. And we just kind of function like just as if we're none the wiser. And then you kind of, then we wonder why you get the kind of treatment you get openly in society.
Yeah.
Okay, because the shit that you think the outside world doesn't know about you, bullshit. They do. And if they didn't, they damn sure do now. So you confirming all of their suspicions, yep, they're every bit as fucking dysfunctional as I thought they were.
Right on. Let me
And how old is
I got my man
comments?
Keith Lamont in the chat, so I gotta get him up. T-Wash, well, hold on, let's Keith Lamont coming up to T-Wash. You gonna, I'm giving you like another minute or two because I gotta rotate people in and out. But General, I'm gonna grab your spot for a quick second. If Keith Lamont want to come up, I don't know what Keith Lamont coming up for. If he got something to say to T-Wash, I'll let him respond to that. But then we're gonna rotate the panel in and out. And I do got to hear from Pablo Frescobar, so I'm gonna bump you for a quick.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop it. I just need to get that off, man. I just wanted to clarify, dude.
Oh yeah, thanks. And hey, you look, man, you know you're my dude, so I ain't even got.
No, it's all good. I guess it's just certain things, man. I probably just need to stay out of.
I took an unpopular opinion the other day in my own chat. There's a couple of them, more than a few of them came at me a little bit. So we are going to be on the unpopular side of things, and that's how you
At
know
some
you got
point. Yeah.
a genuine
Complex, don't
person.
Complex, don't go just yet. Don't go just yet. I definitely wanted to holler at you.
I'm gonna get General. I'm gonna drop you down for a second and bring Keith Lamont up. Then don't go nowhere, General. I'm gonna bring you right back.
And when I get a chance, I want to use my one final minute to just close out when you're ready to change me.
Okay, Pablo, you got the mic. We're going Pablo, then Silent. Go ahead, Pablo.
Yeah, to come to Complex's defense and offer a little bit of nuance. Complex, you're a brilliant guy. You have a lot to offer in this space in terms of technology and raising the level of the discourse. And we know that. We all know that. But unfortunately, as you can see, there is a group of our people that are just not ready yet. Sure, the general is ready. Sure, Obsidian is ready. Of course, Bernard is ready for the types of conversations that you and the Black Brain Trust, are having and are going to continue to have. But when you have the likes of a Taz and C Boogie and Super Sly and what they're up to, that shows that there's a group of us that are not ready. And they have to be addressed. They have to be addressed because I remember when I was coming up and I was in my early 20s, we had a nice nightclub in my hometown of Virginia Beach, Virginia. It was on the waterfront. It was very highbrow. You had to dress up. Like Kevin Samuel said, you had to rock your suit and your hard bottoms. They had, waitresses at the tables. I mean, it was a great nightclub, great atmosphere. You had to be 25 and up. And guess what happened over time?
Oh, you there? Did you drop off?
Did you drop off?
Pablo, mic check.
Oh.
Damn, I don't know what happened to Pablo.
He kind of left us at the cliffhanger.
Right.
I was like, what?
Guess
what happened?
Dun, 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 dun. Next week on the
yeah, like what the next week?
Like, oh, you left us on a cliffhanger.
I'm sitting over here eating popcorn like, and?
Oh, shit. You want to know who the real killer is, Pablo? No. All right, well, we're going to... I'm gonna drop Pablo down.
Hey, I said I'm gonna go ahead and drop down, man. I'm gonna listen in.
All right, thanks. All right, so now with that said, hold on, no. I'm going to. Shit, it was somebody else that was third ward keep trying to come up. All right, there goes third ward, and y'all hold your horses. I know y'all two of y'all want to go at each other. We're gonna go to Keith first. What's up, Keith? Or Silent?
Hey, what's good, man? I'll be quick, man. I'm working from the home office today, but I gotta say, man, at a certain point, man, you got if you have multiple people calling you a flip flopper, people going to get mad at the chat and observationists, but you got to own that shit, right? If you're a man of honor, people are not going to be questioning your integrity.
Give me an example. Let's be specific.
Because it kind of sounds choppy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear me before I just.
Oh no, you coming through clear. Let them finish it. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to you next. But let Keith Silent lay out what he got to say, T Wash, and then you can ask some questions. Go ahead, Silent.
Okay.
All right, so like for example, from the Tattletale Network, that got on the panel to be in defense mode yesterday. If people are saying you already have a reputation of, you're not exactly solid, bro. you kind of a flop with the wind kind of person, right? So you
Oh,
got
you
that
gotta
reputation.
give me an example. They gotta be
Let
specific.
him talk. He may very well do that. So just let him talk. All right,
All
just
right,
let him
all
talk.
right, I got you.
This is silent, right? I'm a communicator, right? I get you there. So when you already come into the door with a reputation as a flip flopper, and then you get called sending the email and just being wrapped up in fucking drama, when your name is associated with bullshit, then you come in to defend yourself, all right? And then you immediately start getting angry and hollering at folks and accusing the chat, of, well, you niggas this, you niggas that. No, it's you. You got to own that shit, period.
Let me know when you're done.
All right? Are you rushing me, bro? You want to go ahead and speak, brother?
My apologies. Just
I
let me
mean,
know when you're done. Because right now,
well,
this
when
is
there's
very
a period at the end, bro, I didn't interrupt anybody else while they were fucking talking, bro.
Go ahead.
So calm down.
Go ahead.
All right. So when you have that stank on your name, you got to own that shit, man. You can't get mad at everybody else. When you got multiple people saying, "Hey, man, there's just not something right about you," you got to
Could I
check
hop
your
in?
shit. You got to be a man of honor. Go ahead, man. I'm tired of getting
Who
cut off.
said
Go
that?
ahead. Dude, man.
Could I hop in now,
Who
bro?
said can they hop in?
Damn.
Hold on. The silent in
I'm
T-Boss.
good, bro. I'm not gonna holler over people. I'm good.
Anytime. All right, don't go nowhere. Silent. Go ahead and just chill for a second.
I'm done. This is why niggas is disrespectful as fuck. I done sat and let niggas talk, and then as soon as I started talking, everybody want to talk now. So
yeah, third. I mean, third word. You could hear silent, right? You could hear him correctly, right? Could you hear him?
Am I good to
Sometimes
go, bro?
StreamYards be tripping. What'd you say? I don't think he
I'm
can hear.
good.
That's why I got
Y'all
to
have a
get
good one.
some. I think StreamYard be tripping. I think that's what's going on here. I think that's really what's going on.
I'm not gonna
Go
be
ahead.
over
You got
long,
the
bro.
mic
I'm
now.
just gonna speak my piece, and that's it. And I'm dip. But nah, the reason why I was calling out T Washington early though, because I don't trust the nigga, because here's the thing. I used to be over there in them B1 front live, but I was over there way before the whole pedo shit and all that other shit. I was over there way before, and when I was over
Yeah, we
there,
know why you was there,
half
sir.
the
You was
time I
over
wasn't
there.
even over there.
Sir, hold on. You was over there just to flirt with the ladies. We know why you was there. Ain't no big deal. Go ahead.
Yeah. Come on, Bernard. You already know. You know how I get down,
We
Bernard.
know
That's
how
why.
you get
That's why
down. We
I'm
know how you get
motherfucking.
down.
That's why I'm motherfucking Poppy Chulo on these YouTube streets, bro. Because I be flirting with these hoes and shit. But nah, man. On the cool though, I used to be over there, and I remember when that whole pedo shit popped off over there. That nigga T Washington was the main one over there, kikiing, laughing, and all this shit, talking about niggas is pedos, niggas is weirdos, and all this shit.
Oh, now
I
you
remember that T Washington.
definitely lying, bro.
If you say you did,
Oh, wow.
nigga, you a hoe ass nigga, you a liar ass nigga, bro.
Yo, you are that.
Hold on,
Yo, anybody in the chat? I'm sorry. Anybody
Wait
in
a
the
minute.
chat?
Hold on.
I don't do shit like that.
Hold on. I had to mute you, T Wash, and I had to mute you too, Third Ward. We're gonna take this to the chat. Third Ward just made a claim. Push 1 in the chat if you have seen with your own eyes that was true. What Third Ward just said, that he was over there, he and hi-hiing with the pedo stuff, with no evidence, just having just in the chat room, living his best life, laughing about that shit. If that's the case, push 1 in the chat if you've seen it with your own eyes. Because if that's the case, then no further questions, Your Honor. If more than a few people can say that they've seen it, then I can go ahead and bump them and be done with it. I got 1-1. Actually, I'm behind the live chat. Let me see. Let me catch up. Let me catch up with the live chat because I can't even see what's going on live. All right. Whoa, shit. That's a lot of ones.
Nah. All to say, bro, is he's a flip flopper, bro. Just be T Washington's a flip flopper. I've seen how he move. I see how he get down, bro. And he gonna go. He's gonna go wherever the action is at, bro. He's gonna go wherever he feels safe.
He go,
bro. The reason why he want to hop over here on this side now is because they're bad now. All the shit that they got under their rug yesterday. So this other B1 nigga. That's all I want to say, bro. I'm out.
Yeah, just booted him off. I didn't ban him, but he booted off. He ain't about to be hopping on the panels and whatnot. So going forward, we got a few people. I mean, hey, I was waiting for specifics, and you gave some specifics, and other people concurred that they saw those same specifics, and that's enough right now. That's enough. That's all I needed. That's all I need. I wasn't just gonna, label the man just because he's been over there before. Like I said, I don't know nothing about the guy. But yeah, all right, cool. So going forward, Warmaster 7, thank you for the Cash App. Rex, who sent the Cash App while behind the real wheel, hope he didn't get into an accident, sent a $10 Cash App, and I got a salute and shout out. I think that's Third Degree Burns. Third Degree Burns sent a Cash App as well. Thank you to all your brothers. I appreciate that. Let's look and see how bad the likes looking. Because okay, we cleared 200 likes. Let's get this up to 220, 230. Because we got 280 people here. I know it's not going to be easy because a stream like this is always going to have the hate watchers, the people who disagree and going to silently sit back and disagree, probably just waiting with popcorn, trying to see if their name is going to get called. But no. We're trying not to say names. We might talk about you though. We might talk about you. But all right. Pablo came back in general.
Yeah, man.
For a while. I don't know if he's probably setting up for his show, the Zoomcast, where he's going to be going in depth in details. If you caught the beginning of the show, Obsidian just came in and I think it's teased or tickled the edges of the plate as a phrase he borrowed from David Carroll. But he's going to go all in for names and get it all out there, his whole perspective on this thing with everything that's been going on. He's going to do that on the Zoomcast. You got to become a member to Obsidian Radio to do that. And I think the way you do that is become a Patreon, or you can pay at the door if you just want to get this show. I think it's $5 a head to get in, or you can just become a Patreon and then you can catch the Obsidian Radio Zoomcast every time it comes on. I think you're going to be dropping the links, and we're going to go off the air when he goes on the air. So we're going to just try to transition it right over to him, and going to pass the mic to Obsidian at about 12 noon. So going forward here, we're going to go to Pablo.
Yeah, man. Sorry, my phone overheated. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was in this part of my story about the fabulous nightclub in my hometown.
Okay.
And you can guess what the end of that story was once they relaxed the dress code and let everybody in, and the niggas ruined it. The niggas ruined it. We are having a nigga ruined it moment. And so you always have to deal with the nigga ruined it moments. And, unfortunately, that nightclub never came back because the niggas ruined it in such a fashion that, the city didn't even want them problems. The shootings, the fights, the problems with what was going on in the parking lots and all of that. So we have to deal with our nigger cleanup moments. And so this happens to be one of the nigger cleanup moments, and we can't get to the highbrow stuff till we have these.
Yeah. Yep. I can agree. And I'm somebody who've always said I'm all about the conversation. I've said I've given a lot of wrenches to people I disagree with because I wanted them to come back to the show. I wanted them to hop on the panel and give pushback. I like debate, but yeah, it's to a point where some people you can't give that courtesy to. That's where that's the place that I've gotten to. I'm not going to be as extreme as most on that policy, but there, is some people who, is like, I'm like, shout out to Fantastic again. He was saying that when it comes to those channels in question, he said if he sees anybody in the chat over there, he and haw-hawing and whatever, just having a good time over there, or got a wrench over there, but then want to come back and get all, he haw-hawing on the other side too. He's like, nah, it's not. He's not doing that. And it's crazy. And got to shout out Angry Man again when he was saying he was telling people they got to choose sides, so to speak. And I was like, come on, I felt like that was a little extreme. I did feel like that was a little extreme, but like given what's going on, like it's in a place where not that makes sense now. That does make sense. You know,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
are
So
some. I mean, there are some genuine people who see both sides. Like for example, somebody like Kenny Conjo is going to get a pass on that kind of shit because you know he supports everybody channel. But I understand somebody saying, Kenny be over there in them B1 sectors, you know. But no, I rock with Kenny Conjo. It's some people who, it's some people who, and this is what y'all are accusing T Washington of, and again, T Washington, I don't know for sure. I'm taking the word of the panel, of the audience. I'm just going to take their word for today. And, you know, upon further review, if I gather more evidence and find out that, nah, you really ain't that dude, then, you know, my position on you will change. But right now, the first thing people said when they saw you is that you was one of those guys that was doing that shit. And so for that reason, I can't have you chilling up on the panel. You're welcome to chill in the chat, but can't have you on the panel. I do gotta read off a cash app, and I do want to thank a lot of y'all. I'm getting cash apps from people who never sent cash apps. Derek Wood. Whoa! I don't want to read nobody government name. It'd be hard when you're reading cash apps because it's like the government name be there sometimes, but that Dollar Washer, I don't know who that is. I'm getting cash apps from people who I don't know, so I'm sorry if I'm fucking up and don't know exactly who I'm thinking. I like to acknowledge people properly when I see them in the chat. If they sent the cash app, there you go. There you go. I think that's you. Says, yeah, a lot of B1 be in these YouTube streets, false flagging. Yeah, man. Yeah. Very, 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 very true statement nowadays. But thank you for the cash app. I appreciate that. Making sure I didn't miss anybody else who sent the cash app. But yeah, all your brothers who supporting the show today, thank you. The numbers have been outstanding today. I'd like to thank all of y'all for that. I think I may have interrupted Pablo with this. So
no, man, I was done.
Oh, okay. So yeah, all right. So then in that case, I'm gonna go general. Well, let's see if Obsidian, you there? You setting up the Zoom show? You setting up your Zoom cast right now? Mic check on Obsidian. I think Obsidian.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. Did you want to say anything or add anything? Or you working on your?
And I'm getting me some lunch. I'm getting me some soup, some good soup, some crackers, and ginger ale, and setting everything up for the show. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Let's excuse me. Let's go to the general, then perfect blackness.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead on and drop. I'll be listening.
There's a brother that's asking you an administrative question. Bernard Chief Rocker. I think he might want to address that.
Let me see. Let's see. And I think this is it, gentlemen. What about the individuals who donate for the purpose of engaging content creators solely on the topic? I contribute via super chats across all Black YouTube. What say the panel? Let me make sure I understand exactly what he's saying. What about the individuals who donate for the purpose of? Oh, I see what you're saying. So what you're saying is you may go on, let's just say you go over to a B1 channel and you send your super chat for the purpose of asking a question. I think my opinion with that is there are some people, like for example, if there's a philosophical disagreement and you sitting in the chat and you disagree with somebody, so you send a super chat so you can ask a disagreeing question. Typically, that's not a problem. But given what they have done recently, it's practically a we don't negotiate with terrorist situation when it comes to them. Now, if there's a regular YouTube channel when it was with normal disagreements, then I don't see nothing wrong with that because I like disagreements. I like debates. I'm going to be doing a lot of debates on this show. That's what I'm going to be doing here. So I like disagreement and debate, but what they've done, they've crossed over to a point where, yeah, it's a proper response to say no negotiation with terrorists, ain't nothing to super chat or talk about or go back and forth. It's nothing to talk about over there anymore. It's nothing to discuss. They're to still a term that, as one thing Obsidian always say, arguing in mala fide. Yeah, so it's like any discourse they're conducting themselves in mala fide. If you're there and you're hanging out and they're gathering information that they're going to dox you, they're going to put out information like that about you. It's going to, no, I'm not going over there doing that. And if somebody is over there doing that, I'm side eyeing anybody who's hanging out over there. That's just where we at. That's just where we at with that. Anybody on the panel, y'all agree, disagree, or got something to say on that? But I think that's probably unanimous. But, yeah.
I concur on that, man.
Yeah, I'm not hanging out in any chats. I don't got there's no further questions, Your Honor. That's where I'm at with that. And I love debate. I love back and forth. I used to just sit in and listen. I didn't, disturb the show. But every now and then, when the one that they call Koba would be going in, I would listen. I would even hit the like button. But like right now, it's to the point where the shit has just gotten out of hand to where no, I'm done. It's nothing to talk about. But if anybody wanted to respond to that or say anything else, we got about 30 more minutes left to go in the show before we go over to the Obsidian Zoomcast. So,
well, my take on the brother's question. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would depend on what the topic was and all of that. But I think they that side of they've been showing signs of a lot of things for quite some time now. So I would lean on the side of just to be on the safe side. You shouldn't even be super chatting them. But that would be me, and I admit to some bias because, like I said, I've been called the P word over there, by that crowd, and I had to take it from a whole panel over there, so I would say I'm kind of biased on that, but I don't think that regardless. I mean, I guess regardless of whatever the topic is, that side have proven themselves. They've given signs that that's a whole bashing of for lack of a better term, agents.
Hey, Perfect Black.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question because they pulled that shit with me too. He threw out the P word with me a little bit before he did it with you. Did it ever occur to you once, even as nasty and as vile as their comments were to you, to say, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and gather up my evidence and dox their channel, take away his livelihood, that his little meager existence over there on YouTube, and get him back for it. Did that thought ever once come to your head?
Never, and that never came to my head because I'm not for taking away another black person's way to feed themselves and feed their family and all that. That ain't what I'm about. And that what you just that kind of goes to why I think that they should be completely excommunicated because you don't do shit like that. Because people on here. I mean, I speaking for myself. I mean, I don't work for the government, but I used to, and I used to have clearances when I was in. And the type of job that I have now is pretty sensitive, and to be doxing people like that, you are jeopardizing people's livelihoods. So no, that never crossed my mind. I mean, I can disagree with a person and all that, but still, we all black, okay? And I probably was probably more black first, probably more than they are, because I'm always going to be a man of the community. I've never apologized for that. But I'm never.
Yeah, and that's exactly my point. He did the same to me. That not once did that thought ever come to my head that I'm gonna retaliate. I left the damn internet on the internet.
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they can't seem to do that as much as their pro-black rhetoric states. It's something underlying in these guys where they can't just leave it there. They have to then attack you, dox you, try to slander your name and call you a rapist and a child molester and whatever else they can cook up in their head. It's not enough that we had a disagreement and we log off and we go about our business. And so from that standpoint, yeah, I if you fucking with them, I'm sorry, I can't fuck with you over here.
Exactly. So that's I mean, to answer that the guy, I can't remember his name. You know, he posted the question. Look, I mean, like I said, they have been showing a lot of signs, or for a while now, and of doxing people and all of that for no good reason at all. I mean, for what? Because you disagree with them. I mean, okay. I mean, they've been showing signs of that for a while. So I mean, if you're super chatting them and giving them money, I don't know what that subject is that the brother was super chatting them on, but for me it'd be a little suspect. I just think it'd be so, but that's just me. I mean, you guys on the panel may think different, but for me, and again, I admit to some bias because again, I was road graded by them. I mean, I spent I don't know but a good half hour, 45 minutes, fighting with them over there, defending my position. And being called the P word and all of that type of stuff. So, look, you super chatting that side over there, then I don't know, man. I would come down on the side of that. To look at that, you might be a little suspect.
Yeah, it's past the point of healthy debate when you see what their, behind the curtains intentions are. Is the healthy debate, on the outside of the curtain doesn't matter anymore if you know what they're doing behind the curtain. So that's where I'm at with it. So that's why.
Oh, and let me say this. Last night, Super Sly came on Mr. Fantastic's channel and gave a half-throated,
sure did,
a very half-throated, half-ass apology to Game Changer. And I thought that shit, man, was less than manly. The way he did it. Oh, well, then I apologize. Are you niggas satisfied?
Yeah. It was one of those. I'm sorry. It was one of those. I'm sorry your feelings got hurt. Apology.
Yeah. And so, from that standpoint, to me, when you do shit like that, to me, you're not an honorable man. And I'm glad that we call this show the Grown Man Hour, because that kind of shit right there lets me know your nuts don't hang in the way that they should. They just don't. And because there have been many times I've heard other content creators and guys on YouTube come and make, full-throated, apologies. Hey, I was wrong. This, I got the wrong information, blah, 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 and I put it out there and I shouldn't have, and this and that, and then we were squashed. That's not what happened. That is not what happened. And no, I don't know if Game Changer accepted it. I don't think he did after what I heard from him last night, and I wouldn't either. So anyway, that's my piece on that.
I mean, think what you will about Cluster. At least that was an apology. I could say that was an honest apology. At least what he did, that was kind of half-assed, if that.
I'm not going to speak on the other piece because we can't mention any names. He's who must not be named, but I will speak to the founder of the feast piece of it. And again, I was there. I was present when it all went down live yesterday. I'm just laying in the cut, and she said, "Look, there's a number of people that's angry with me because I said what I did about Obsidian. Hey, look, he ain't the problem here. Bottom line, he ain't the problem. If you feel that strongly about Obsidian, there's a solution. Don't listen to him." And she ain't never lied about that. Yo, man, I've been on Mixler. I still have Mixler. As a matter of fact, I'm considering doing a freebie show Saturday morning podcast. I'm considering doing on Mixler. this coming Saturday. I've been on Mixler since last summer. You know, people come over there to Mixler just so they can get pissed off. They follow me over there so they can listen and get pissed off. So I mean, you know, that what do you say to that? She's right. If what Obsidian is saying, your sister, and you don't like what Obsidian is about, don't listen to him. You don't even have the excuse of YouTube anymore because the majority of the stuff that he does now ain't even on YouTube. But no, you got to follow him around. You know, like that sister followed the brother down there in Rio. Really? That is some sick shit.
And she did say that they had basically no reason to be doxing Obsidian. There was just no reason. And what was the reason for that?
There was. I don't understand what the reason was for doing it to myself.
And the general, yeah. And she was saying both. There was no reason for it. They just did it. For what? There's no good reason for it. And for me, that in and of itself is indicting. That's indicting. I mean, why? Because you don't agree with them, you don't like them, you don't like their views. Then, like, you know, then like old man said, and like she said, then don't listen. Don't listen.
Wait. Hold on. Caesar D, maybe you misinterpreting what's going on here. Everybody that you name that you support, I support pretty much. Let me make sure. Let me look at the list. We're not talking about them. We're talking about Superfly Jimmy Snuka. I don't know what the. I don't want to. What's one of the nicknames y'all threw out there for the Benedict Boogie or whatever? I don't know what y'all called him. And the B1 stuff, like that's the stuff that's what we're talking about. I'm a Patreon for Ramil. I've sent Fantastic some cash apps on Patreon for Angry Man. O'Shea. Oh, whoa! You did put Sly in there. I didn't see that. Yeah, that kind of changes things. Yeah, I feel like he went to a point of no return. Even though Fantastic did argue for him that, you know, that he was being fed information, but like I said, he was being fed information that they knew he would run a mile with, and why was he running a mile with it? It's something about the manosphere, or particularly, I don't know if it's just SYSBM or manosphere in general, because Game Changer ain't even SYSBM. So I don't know what his problem was. I don't get it, but all I know is if somebody has the capacity to want to literally try to not just hurt somebody's channel, but like that's beyond the beyond when you're going that hard for putting charges like that on somebody. Shaky evidence at best, but you doing streams about it, you're popularizing it, you're putting it out there like that. Like, so yeah, that I feel like he reached a point of no return for me. That's where I'm at with that. But yeah, that's a little shaky. That's a little shaky. Yeah, that's a little shaky. That's all I say. That's all I say with that. That's my take on Superfly Jimmy Snuka, who I've always, you know, used to love his take on the Sunday Rumble. I don't know where or why he went left. You know, when he used to hop on the Sunday Rumble, he used to bring the heat. It was very entertaining, but yeah, he made a left turn somewhere along the way.
It's hard to tell, as Nas once famously said. I mean, it all started. I mean, listen, December 18th, 2019. There you go. I mean, we shout out to Supreme King Coon. He actually did a timeline on it. Everything that went down in that regard happened after that.
Yeah, for those who wasn't listening at the beginning of the show, I think you touched on that at the beginning of the show. What happened December 18th, or yeah, what happened?
I gave the abandoned ship order.
When you executed Order 66 on on Black American women, or at least Gen X Black American women. You executed Order 66 and you announced your support of SYSBM. And at that point, everybody went crazy because maybe they assumed that, oh, this thing is really going to get some legs if Obsidian get behind it. And then the people who were truly against it for whatever reason, they started rallying.
Yeah, they just went berserk.
Yeah.
And that tells you everything you need to know right there. I say this is a good thing. I know a lot of brothers may not agree. I say this is a great thing. It's a great day for us. Because now we all know who's who. And we can, act accordingly. That's a good thing. Tough times don't shape character, they reveal it.
Yeah. This has been a wild one. We got 15 minutes before I formally shut this thing down, so we can de facto do some closing words, because I know some of you Negroes are fairly long-winded. The general has the habit of getting Edward Anderson disease, and he just start.
Oh man, my fault. My fault. I'm used to being an orator. That's what when you do something for 22 years and you stand in front of a group of people, that generally happens. But I'll be short. Hey, look,
No,
man,
you don't got to be short. I'm starting the closing words fairly early, so that way I'm giving you time to put your bow right on. I normally do last words in 5 minutes. I'm giving us 15 minutes for closing statements, so you can go ahead and get comfortable.
Okay, listen, man. Listen, you think you know somebody because you've been around them, for X amount of time, as I have been around said individuals, right? Since the owner about 2014, I believe it was, and I came in contact with the individuals over in the B1 network. I've maintained on various platforms that I was not a participant in the manosphere. I'm not B1. I'm not red pill, blue pill, purple, pink, or any other kind of pill. I'm an individual man.
Yep.
But right is right, and wrong is wrong. And that's just where I stand. And then come to find out that I'm on a list. And I'm like, okay, what's the real reality behind this? First of all, if I'm on the list, who put me on the list? Secondly, who was working behind the scenes to carry out such atrocities when I know I've done nothing to anyone? Now, I know that Angry Man ended up putting my government name out where I assumed that it was him, but now I'm not even sure about that. I'm not. And if that's not the case, then I might have to eat crow, and I will. I'll apologize to him publicly, for saying some of the things that I've said about him if he was not behind it. But that's where my government name was originally cast from. But at the end of the day, I simply want to find out who was the originator of it. That's what I want to find out, because it seems like to me as a military man, I understand second and third order effects. I understand how to build up public thought. I understand how people will go and include you in something to benefit them. And I'm seeing and I feel that is what has happened. I'm not saying that it's so. And I don't have a problem being a man standing on my own too and apologizing if someone said that somebody said something about me and it turns out that they were not the proprietors of it. I'll apologize. So with that being said, I'm going to wait. I look forward to seeing Mr. Obsidian and the rest of the crew back there on the Zoomcast and hearing the allegations that are brought forth and see what fanders out from it. And that'll end my closing remarks. Hopefully it was in a timely manner, Mr. Bernard, and thank you.
Nah, you had a whole nother minute to work with, man. But nah. But let's go perfect blackness.
Yeah, I'm not going to be long. And I can't wait to get up on old man's Zoomcast when he opens it up. I will say this. I agree with old man when he said this is actually a good thing. Because I really do, because it seems like every time the black manosphere is attacked, is actually to the black manosphere's benefit. Okay, and this is no different. And in the process, some fake platforms can be exposed. Okay, and look, I like I said, I've always been and will always maintain myself as being a man of the black community and a defender of the black community. Okay, and for me, I see this space as furtherance of that. But then you have some other ones who really are not really for it. They just really to take advantage and really, and looking out to hurt people because they just don't agree with them. And like I said, they're getting their just desert. They're getting everything that they deserve, and they should be ostracized. They should be ostracized, and they should be completely excommunicated. Just like the Jewish community would do some of their own for doing something that they shouldn't be doing. They should be excommunicated. Period. So that's all I got, and I'm gonna patiently wait to for old man's Zoomcast because I really got to see a lot of the stuff myself too.
All right. Let's going to go to Obsidian, but you see, Sugar G just put the link to the Zoomcast in the chat. I think some of you may need to email Obsidian or become a Patreon. The process to getting access to the Zoom, it's a step, it's a hop and a skip that you got to do. You might have to drop the $5 on it, may have to become a member, but I highly recommend it. It's worth every penny. I've been a Patreon for Obsidian for I don't even remember how long, set it and forget it, long time ago. Haven't been disappointed, and now that he's doing most of his content behind the paywall on the Zoomcast, still not disappointed, putting on the same great content that we've been used to for the last going on a few years for me. He's been doing it since 2015, but I think it might have been late 2018. No, early 2018. I forgot when I hopped on board. Might have been early. No, I think early 2018. Early 2018 when I started listening. Didn't make myself known until probably about sometime early 2019 is when I made myself known, and haven't been disappointed. So Obsidian, any final words? I
want to say thanks for everybody for listening. I appreciate it. And I'm finishing up my lunch right now, getting ready for the Zoomcast. And the link will be in the chat room for the Zoomcast. Sugar G is posting it up. And if you are already a member of Obsidian Radio, just hit me up for the link so you'll get on the invite list. Ladies who testified yesterday on the proceedings that went down yesterday over Cluster B, if you want to extend and revise your remarks on my Zoomcast, hit me up for a special guest invite, theobsidianfiles@gmail.com. All others got to pay $5 to holler. That's it. Thank you.
All right, we are out. Thank you for everybody my subs just went up from this show. As far as live views, this is my biggest show. We almost hit 300 live listeners at one time. So man, that was huge. So this was my biggest show. We did great numbers today. Thank you for everybody who liked it, everybody who has subscribed. And I can't say enough for all the support that I've been getting, the cash apps that came rolling in. I'd like to thank everybody for that. And that about covers it. See you in the Zoom room. We are out of here.